Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Hey! But anyway, I slept so hard. I've been so busy. 2 jobs, just full on adulting and doing all the bands. And I woke up this morning drooling. I was so asleep. And I wake up every morning to my dog like,
oh crap.
And he's a giant dog, and he'll you know, like he has the power to move my entire head, and I'm like,
that's a good alarm.
Time to go to the bathroom, man. Oh yeah. Get up. Like, oh my God, it's a hell of a way to wake up, dude.
It's probably not the most comfortable way to wake up.
Not comfortable, but you know, cute.
Yeah.
Because he's just happy and like, hey, you're awake.
Yeah, you can't get mad at it.
He puts his face in my face. You're awake.
Wake up. I'm bored.
But that was this morning. I was drooling. I woke up. What the fuck? Like, just what is going on? What is happening? I'm tired. I was also drinking a little bit, so now I'm slow today. My brain is all over the place.
I'm slow every day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've on the upside of a sickness, so I'm healing.
Oh yeah. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, better. It's still lingering on. But it's not contagious or anything. It's stomach issues and like.
A stomach thing.
Yeah, from some medication I was on before.
Oh, that's weird.
And it messed up my stomach, and so now it's healing, and it's taken a while. So
I thought you had what's been going around.
I did, but I also had the stomach stuff.
Oh, it was a twofer. Oh.
Yeah, and then I had the cold stuff, which it lasted 24 hours. I woke up the next day. I was like, okay, I'm a little better. But I had the stomach stuff, and then it flared up, and then now it's so it's been a long week of. That's great podcast talk. Hey,
right off the top, well, I feel like shit. We're both old and aging.
God.
Yeah. Podcast we just started off saying like
this yeah.
30 minutes.
Sometimes
the retention on this was gonna be awesome.
Yeah, but it was great. He was wrong.
Oh,
actually,
sweet.
Turns out bouncing the cameras back and forth, that's what has the retention value.
Nice. Oh, hey.
According to YouTube. Yeah.
I love the setup, though. This is awesome.
Thank you, man. Yeah, last time, you were old school. Was it at my old house?
Yeah.
In my bedroom? Or was it in my kitchen?
In the kitchen.
Okay, that's my newer house.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and I've seen it on the podcast, watching the podcast, but in person, it's like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Got this fancy new table. This is the Vino stage.
Oh, shit. Is it?
This is the trampoline piece. You know, the one in front of the drum kit?
There's my blood.
Yeah. And that's where I fell and it impaled me.
Yes. Yes. Oh, God. I remember those days. And we always joke about that because we'll go to some places and we'll find some stage and there'll be like a weak spot. And it's like, not like Vino's.
Ain't a fucking thing like Vino's. The fact that this was, I mean, we had to, when we built it out here in the garage, I had to nail this to another piece of wood, like sister it together, glues and nails.
Really?
And put everything we had in the garage on top of it just to get it bent flat.
Oh, God.
And I left it there for an entire week.
This is awesome.
Yeah. What's cool because all the history on the stage and now all the stories are being told on the stage.
Yeah.
And
which
being
is
documented.
Freaking awesome. All the bands that have
every
blood, sweat, and tears on here from Green Day to you
name
what?
it.
Yeah.
So last night, Smokin' Joe. No. 2019. What was the last show? Terminal Nation?
Was Terminal Nation that?
I think it was Terminal Nation was the very last show before we next day we came in and just gutted the whole room.
Wow.
And yeah.
March of...
No, it's February. February.
Oh, I can't even remember. I was on
No,
the road.
I think it was like February 19th. I do believe.
I remember I was on the road when y'all were tearing it up because I was going to try to get back and at least help or chip in or something, but I was gone.
Man, so many people showed up. It was crazy.
That's what everybody said.
My favorite,
don't worry about it, man.
My favorite part is right at peak time, this group of young kids came and we were like, we need all of this old shit on that trailer. And they were like, yes. And I was like, thank you, God.
Perfect.
Because we've been there all day.
That's awesome.
Ripping this thing. It was disgusting. I've said the story a bunch, but underneath that thing was pure botulism and just I still have a box of keepers. I'm going to go through it someday. I have a box of
sterilize it
neat
first
stuff. Dude, it's so gross under there.
Pour some PGA.
There's an old toilet that used to be you know where you go into the green room, back,
the storage,
that little square right there. That was a bathroom. There's a toilet flange right underneath that. Yeah.
Did not know that.
No one did.
Oh my God.
And it was open for however many years. Well, I closed it up. I shoved shit down in it, and I was like, well, we're just gonna fix that little stinky problem. You ever go back there and it smelled bad?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh, I thought it was the
sewer
opening
gas.
band.
No, it's sewer gas.
And I thought it was our drummer went back there.
It farted, ripped the
Then come
big stick. Yo, have done that. Run to the back, fart in the drum room, come back.
Oh, I don't go back there to do it. I just sneak up back to the drum kit, let it loose, and go into the next.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, I've been playing before and smelled a fart and just look at Justin and be like, "You motherfucker," because he's the only one that'd be farting the whole time.
So nobody realizes all the shit literal shit that happens on stage.
I've shit myself.
Yeah.
On stage.
Oh really?
Drumming, yeah. At Juanita's, old Juanita's.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Damn.
It was bad.
Haven't done that. Come close a couple of times.
I'm just glad it wasn't terrible. All I lost was the undies.
Oh,
It didn't go like down my legs because you're drumming, you're in shorts.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. But I fucked up and ate their food first, which if you ever played old Juanita's, like don't eat their food and then
never
play
played,
a show.
yeah.
You got to do it after.
Yeah, there's a couple of venues it's like I'm not eating. Like Midtown, I'll eat the burger after, but I'm not eating it before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then play 4 hours from 1 to like 4:30
Oh yeah,
in the
because y'all
morning.
play fucking.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
4 hours straight, and we're supposed to take a break, but the good crowd comes in at like 2 in the morning. So like halfway through your set, you're just like, God, we got to keep playing.
And there's actually people here. I
yeah.
don't know how you do it.
The last time we played, Glenn, our drummer, he jumped up mid-set, and he's like, dude, play like Pearl Jam
Doing
Black. I got to go to the
acoustic
bathroom. He bumped to the bathroom. I'm like, okay. So I started playing Pearl Jam and stuff, and I was like, are you back? Okay, well, he's back. And then I think I said something about, I think he caught his period, but we're going to keep going.
Mid-set.
Yeah. Well, we played one show. Oh, God, it was early on. We had 3 shows that day. We played a vegan festival in Little Rock, and this was like midsummer, and nobody had any water. There was only like beer and tofu stuff.
brutal.
And we went straight from there to another show, and I can't remember what it was. And I only played like a 30-minute set, but there was like no water there, nothing to eat. And then we went straight and played Crystal Chill.
What the fuck?
And I don't know if you guys know Crystal Chill.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's just like out in the middle of the woods,
Yeah.
people camp and stuff, and the
Played
band
it.
set up.
I did play there.
Okay.
Yep.
And we played
Hot
Crystal
Mess
Chill.
played there.
And we just went bam, bam, bam.
Damn.
And it was like 11 o'clock at night, and nobody had water out there either. They had
No, there ain't
just
nothing out
beer
there.
and pot and everything. So God, it was so bad, and we were
This is
so
summertime gig?
dehydrated, summer,
Oh no.
dehydrated, nasty, and we got off stage. And I remember Glenn just started puking, and Blake almost passed out. And then I'm sitting there, I just can't move. My
Whole
body's
band
all-
just dies.
We died. And we were supposed to camp out that night, and everybody's like, I'm
going home,
Just
man.
give me some water. And finally somebody came up, was like, hey, we got a case of water. And we were just sitting there downing it. Because we had maybe a bottle all day, it seemed like. Yeah, it was miserable. But still fun.
Yeah.
Still
Of course.
Yeah.
So the only reason we keep doing this is the funness of it.
Yeah.
It's not the money.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
We're making $20s of dollars.
I sold merch earlier.
Oh,
We made
really?
$7.
Yes. Yeah, God, our royalty checks come in. And we always joke about this. It's like, oh man, we got like 10,000 streams last quarter. This is awesome.
60 cents.
$2.82
There you go.
for the quarter from Spotify. I was like, oh God, this sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Could have sold a CD and made the same money as
Yeah.
50,000 streams.
More.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, but still, yeah, I mean, your music's getting out there. It's
I
getting
guess.
around.
Yeah,
and,
whatever.
Yeah, but
Put it on TikTok. We just released a video. Was it Friday? Friday.
oh really?
We shot the whole thing just on a phone in a tiny little ice cream truck.
Nice.
And we picked the hottest day of the year. It was 118, feels like it was 108 degrees.
Oh my God.
And it was at 4, so it was like peak
Ooh.
heat. I'll show you some photos from after when we're done. The song's only 41 seconds long.
Really?
And we did 3 takes. We used take 2. But our faces afterwards are just, we're all covered like we just got out of a pool, and we were only in there for 7 minutes.
I couldn't imagine. That would have to be miserable.
It was so miserable. Video's tight, though.
That's all that matters, man. We got the shot.
Yeah, we got the shot. Turns out we didn't even need that third one. What's funny is I looked at the second one and I said, this is great. We'll just use that. And Todd goes, I want to do a third one. Okay. But by the time we got the third one going and did it, and I look back at it, all he was doing was going to his face, and he's just like, and then to me.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, there's 4 other people in here. What are we doing?
I love that. I get that a lot on, because I do acting too. And there was one film I was on set for almost 10 hours that day. And it was just, it was a restaurant bar scene. I was bar patron. I sat there and pretended to eat all day. And, but almost 10 hours on set. Finally watched the film. You see the back of my man bun for about 2 seconds. And that's it. I'm like,
10 hours, 2
what
seconds.
the hell?
I can't even get SAG with that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I didn't even get SAG. Yeah, that one didn't get that. But
what do you need, like 30 seconds of FaceTime or something like that? Something to get SAG?
You have to have a speaking line. You have to have 2 credits of speaking line on a SAG, not micro budget, but SAG.
On a SAG thing.
SAG project. So it could be a commercial, it could be whatever, but you got to have a speaking line and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, God. But I got like craft services. Like every break, they were like, you get free food and stuff. And lunch, they had like prime rib and asparagus and stuff. And they had all the snacks. So I was eating like this nasty sandwich and chips and stuff that was stale. So I would go every time they would break and reset and stuff. I'd go get like gummy bears, line them up, and I would just eat a gummy bear, drink my nasty water, and then go back. And then the next break, I put like goldfish
right
on the plate and eat those. I just got free food all day. So
that's what's up. I
still
mean,
works. Yeah, still works.
do they pay you for stuff like that, or is that like a walk-on? Yeah, you're good. Here's some free food. Thanks.
Some of it's you know, hey, we just need somebody here. Some of it's they pay you minimum wage. Like if your background, it's minimum wage, and you just stand around do nothing, and then they everybody, pretty much pantomime all day.
Dude.
It's like,
Watching a actual, I love behind the scenes, like especially when they're partying.
Yeah.
And there's just people acting like they're having the best time. They're just completely silent. Yeah, nothing's going on actually, just so they can get the audio of the 2 people talking. This is one of my favorite things to watch. Like, it's so silly that's how it's made. I
watch them now, like watching shows. That's why I'm stuck on Seinfeld now for some reason, but I'm watching the people in the background, and there was this lady in just one of the restaurant scenes. She's just like staring at them behind them going,
yeah.
And they caught it on camera, and she's just like, and then the next shot you see she's gone. Like, okay, we got the shot, but you're out. Yeah, so
she's being a little much. Or they do that with the audience members too. You know, they always fill the audiences up for those shows, those talk shows.
Yeah,
and there's people who are just be talking into the microphones or laughing too much, or
but sometimes you'll see famous people in there.
Like
Amy Schumer does some of the court things when she's bored.
She'll just go over to the
like
other set.
Divorce court and stuff like that. She'll just like they need SAG people to go in there, and you'll be looking around watching. It's like, is that Amy Schumer?
I would have such a good...
Is that Ryan Reynolds?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got time and you get to watch some crazy buffoonery, be a part of it, that's awesome.
I mean, it's fun. It's a blast.
We got Ryan Reynolds in today. Like, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds on the jury.
So, we'll get back to acting because I really want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
The band.
Yes.
You made a thing?
We made a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're back.
We're back? Where'd you go?
We've been in hiatus we haven't done anything in like a little over a year. It's been, I think the last show we did was Vino's probably April last year.
Damn.
And
was
then we
it
just went
on purpose?
Quiet. No, we started an album because over COVID I started writing.
Of course, we all did.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
We just had piles of songs and stuff. So we started working on songs, and then the plan was, okay, we play our last show at Vino's, and then we're going to go in the studio and start recording some songs. And we went I wanted to do a different process this time because the last album I kind of rushed it. I'm not happy with a few things, and
I know how that goes.
Yeah, you're never happy with everything.
Even when you take your time, you're like, I could have just did that one part. You hear it, and you're like, that bend could have been half a step more, and it would have been so perfect. But the only person knowing all that is just the person who made the record.
If I could just held my breath for one more second, and then just that note was a little bit more. And there's songs that people are like, "Oh, I love that song." I'm like, God, I hate that song.
The fucking fifth on the third with the thing when that's the second part of the chorus. Fuck that part.
I cringe on those songs. So there's a couple songs that we play live.
Why do we do that shit to ourselves, man?
Because we're assholes to ourselves.
It's so true. Kurt, do you do that with photography? Someone goes, man, this photo is unbelievable. You're like, you see that little blur in the corner? Fuck that blur.
No, because Kurt's the master of photography.
He really is good.
He's amazing.
I have more of his own shit in my house than my family, like, hung up.
Really?
Yeah.
Anytime we use pictures, like I'll send to our manager and stuff, I'm like, hey, here's some group of pictures. He always picks Kurt's.
There you go.
And it's like, well, of course, because they're freaking awesome. So
anyway, you're in the studio.
Yeah, so we're in the studio and decided we went and recorded 5 songs. But no vocals on some of them. So I wanted to just, like, no lead, no vocals. We just laid down drums, bass, and a scratch guitar. And I wanted to take it back and then really just sit down and go, okay, let me take this song and then plan vocals and plan lyrics and really work on it, like put effort into it.
Yeah.
So we did that, and there was one of the songs which ended up being our first single now, Nevermore. Wasn't even planning on having lyrics or anything. Honestly, we wrote it in 2020 because Blake, our bass player, does a lot with local wrestlers and stuff like that and just goes to wrestling and stuff. And he's like...
Have you been to that yet?
No, I haven't. I know Vino's holds some.
Dude, I'm telling you, the 12th.
Really?
Come. I'll be there. Come hang out. Yeah, August 12th. It is... They're doing a dog collar match.
No way.
They wear dog collars and they're on a chain and they just beat the living piss out of each other.
Oh,
it's
I'm going there.
It's the funnest fucking thing that has ever happened.
Really? Okay,
it's unreal. This comes out. Oh shit! This comes out after, so it already happened. I hope you had a great time.
That was awesome, man. Did you see all that? Remember when that wrestling chick put the dog collar on me and dragged me up on stage?
Yes.
Yeah, it was awesome.
How's your head, by the way? I saw that it hit you right on top of the head.
It's great, Brian. Yeah. So what are we doing?
Yeah, but it is absolute debauchery, and it is it's the most fun you can have in a fucking room with people.
That's what they say, and I'm not into wrestling much, but the local stuff.
I'm telling you, same.
Really?
I didn't give a fuck. I was there because I got dragged there, and now I'm in 100%. Sign me up for all of it. It's the most fun thing I've ever seen.
Okay, then I will go. Well, I went.
Yeah. It's
went.
like $17. It's the best $17 you can spend.
Okay.
It's like 3 hours, and then there's 2 bands playing after, and it's nu metal night. So they're doing 2 nu metal bands.
Oh, sweet.
Right after.
Well, I'll see about dragging the guys out.
Hell yeah.
We'll just all go as a band.
Bring them. We'll hang out, drink, have fun.
Yeah, and that was the plan. Because he's into all that, and he's like, hey, let's write a song to like sell or give to a wrestler,
like a walkout
song. It's like, okay, cool. So we wrote this song, like just the bass and rhythm, guitar and stuff like that, and it was like, okay, this is a cool song, and then just kept practicing it, and then when we went into the studio. We're like, hey, let's record the wrestling song. We actually called it the WWE song.
Nice.
And that was our name for it. So we recorded it, and then as I'm going through all these songs over the past year, I started hearing that song. I'm like, okay, I hear vocals in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and some of the other songs I still haven't finished vocals. I'm like, I can't hear vocals for them because you know how the creative mind works. It's not, you can't just turn it on and go, I am going to write. I ain't Mozart.
It's tricky.
It's just like there's these songs that I can't find lyrics for, but I keep floating back to this one. And then I told the guys, I was like, hey, I think I got lyrics for this. I think I'm going to record lyrics for it. It's like, okay. So I went in and recorded lyrics, and then we started laying down some guitar tracks and stuff like that. And
do you go back to the studio, or do you track at home now?
No, we have a studio we set up during COVID just for demos. Mm-hmm. So we can kind of fine tune, and that's what I'll do. I'll put them into Logic, and then I'll sit there and I'll play around with some vocals. I'll play around with guitar leads and stuff like that, get kind of an idea, and then go into Wolfman Studios.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, cool. And that's where we're doing our finals.
Nice.
Wolfman is our studio now.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, Jason Tedford.
Yep.
Amazing producer, engineer, you name it. And as we were kind of finishing up the track, I got to the lead guitar part, and we were kind of working on some sound and stuff like that. And he was getting, I think he had a Les Paul through a Marshall. Can't remember what amp, but he was playing around with some effects and playing around. I'm sitting there listening to him. I'm like, dude, you play it. He's like, no, man, here, let me get it tuned up. And I was like, no, fucking you play it. You're playing the lead. You're kicking ass. He's like, okay, let me. So he played around with it on the second take. That's on the album. For the last lead guitar part is Jason Tedford. I'm like, dude, that's fucking perfect. He's like, okay. And then that was it. And I was like, holy shit, I think we got a single.
There you go.
And so now it's the WWE song is Nevermore. And
it morphed. Okay, that's Nevermore.
Morphed, and it pushed it. We pushed it out and said, okay, well, let's release that while I'm still working. I finished a couple other songs that were kind of tweaking, but one of them I've re-recorded the lyrics and vocals twice now, and I'm going to do it again because the last one I finally got what I liked, but when I went in, I had a cold and asthma kind of flaring up, and I couldn't get that push, that 1 second more I needed, and so I'm listening to it, and the guys are like, "Hey, it sounds great." I'm like, "No,
falls a little flat."
I want to do it right, and if it's taken us a little over a year to get to this point. Shit. I'm like, if it takes a couple more months and a couple more tries,
if it already took a year, what's the fuck,
Exactly. And then in that time, I've wrote some more songs.
Of course.
So I'm like, even the past week when I was sitting at home healing up from my sickliness. I texted the guys. I was like, hey, I got a couple more songs I want to throw your way that I think would be great for the album. They're like, okay, because I'm just playing around and it falls out.
So is this a full-length record?
Yeah.
Or turned into one?
Yeah, it was. We were kind of doing it as an EP just because we had 5 songs that we're going to push out.
I mean, that's what everybody does now.
Now it's 8, and that's coming down from I think I had 25 or 30.
Oh, shit. You just weeded out down to that?
That were shells. I had way more lyrics. I would have 40 or 50 pages of lyrics that I wrote over COVID. And then I had 40 or 50 just little riffs and tracks and stuff. But we had about 20 or 25 that I was like, excuse me, these could be songs.
Right.
And then we
y'all didn't do anything during COVID? You didn't do the Vino's tabletop shows?
Yeah, we did a live stream from Wolfman.
We did one of those.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. That was much. We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And we had a guitarist then too. We had a lead guitarist then. That's not with us, but he played that show. And then after that, I think we did a Vino's where they were booking the tables, reserved tables and stuff like that. Yeah. And then once it kind of lightened up, we did a couple more shows. We did the State Fair,
which is only 2 shows in a year.
Yeah.
It's
compared to the 60 we did in 2019 and 80 we did in 2018. But COVID was a nice break. It was because we all had.
See, we were ramping up. It hit us hard.
Yeah, we were ramping up too.
We were going for it, and it just.
Well, and we talked about this on the last podcast. I was planning Rockfest. I had Pet Brick Records, and I had that festival planned that was going to be in July. And I had 40 bands signed up, everything. And I had a summer solo acoustic tour planned, 2-month tour planned.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all that was 2020. This was January of 2020. I was like, hey, there's Rockfest, and here's this and this. And then COVID hit. I was like, oh.
But I bet in the beginning you were like, well, they say 3 weeks. We got to get the curve.
I knew better.
Yeah.
Because my day job, that's what I've done for years is...
Air traffic controller? Is that your day job?
No. I'm a safety consultant now, but back in the day, I worked for Homeland Security as a chemical and biological weapons expert.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I trained...
Another smart one, Kurt. What are we doing?
Fire, police, EMS, military, hospitals on how to respond to a terrorist event, or if we have another plague or something like that. I have a friend whose dad does that
for nuclear bombs.
Oh, okay, yeah. CBRN is what chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and explosive.
Cool.
And I was a CB. He did the RN.
Yeah.
So stay away from the E. That's explosives. Yeah.
You ever do any acting in those how they have to come in and you have to? Well, they got to act like it's real. Like my arm. That's what he has to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they rent out a stadium and it's supposed to simulate a terrorist attack, and you have to go in and They pay actors to come in. Turns out that's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, it's a sweet gig. I've done a not acting gig doing that, but we did some exercises at Homeland Security where we did the moulage kits and stuff, and we put on everything. And I was bored one day. I was an evaluator and stuff in it. I was like, dude, I want to do the moulage. Let me be a victim.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Well, and they like cut me. I think half my face was tore up, and I had a rash, like radiation burn and stuff like that. And then they ripped me off through the decon and like ripped all my clothes off and down to my underwear and threw me through decon and stuff like that. It was
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
But acting wise, I did have a job on The Walking Dead. I got the job. I was going to be zombie number 42 or whatever. And
You're going to bite Ricky.
yeah.
That's it. Don't miss
Pretty
up.
much. Yeah, and they were like, "You're fine with special effects." It got down to the point where we were talking back and forth about special effects. Are you okay with this? Do you have any allergies? And I had to sign the release, and then my day job got interrupted. I had a client that had some issues, and I was like, "Nah, I can't. Sorry, I can't do it."
Like you have to fly out and actually go fix the problem.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
I was like, acting doesn't pay the bills. The day job does. So yeah.
Well, pays probably pretty good. I know, old boy I knew that did it. He made great money. But that's all he was. He was never home. If he was home, it was just to like regroup, get his stuff, and go to the next one.
Yeah, 2019 before COVID, 2018, 2019, I was home. I was pretty much gone 25 days a month. So my schedule was I would wake up Monday morning, pack. I never unpacked. I had a go kit for different things, and I would grab my stuff, go to the airport, and that week I would be in 3 or 4 different cities in that week. And it was pretty much get in at like 10 or 11, get to the hotel, wake up at 4:30 in the morning, go run and exercise because I had to be in shape, and then be in front of class, and then teach all day, and then leave to the airport.
Be in shape?
Yeah, and go to the airport, fly to the next city, and be in the hotel 11, do it all over again. And then Friday we'd get home, and then we'd go straight to loading up the trailer, and then we'd
play gigs.
We would hit Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday morning at like 8 in the morning after gigging all weekend, and then I'd sleep and rest that day. Monday start again. That was every week, and it honestly it killed me.
Yeah,
my body went like 2018. Or when was it? 2019. Beginning of 2019, I started having like compression in my neck from head banging and running and stuff like that, and it started getting like nerve issues. My body started shutting down from that schedule.
It's too much.
Yeah, too much.
It doesn't have heal time.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, and I'm old, so
that's my knee.
Yeah.
If like, dude, give me 4 days of just kind of chilling, and my knee feels like a brand new knee. But if I'm just going like right now, it just feels like a bag of Jello.
Yeah, it's crazy. Your body can't take it.
It can't take it. It just needs rest. Now I sleep with like my leg up. Like I'll put it on the wall and just stay there for like an hour before I go to bed, just to relieve the pressure off of it. Just
dude,
like traction, I guess.
Yeah, and I had to do neck traction. So I got this device that, and it sounds weird. And I told the guys and my mom, I'm like, if you ever come over and you just see me hanging from a door, I'm not the NXS dude. I'm not Chris Cornell. This isn't a sex fetish. I make sure I'm fully clothed. But I have this, it's called a Y strap that goes over the door, and I just hang myself.
Hang yourself,
to do traction on that. It was the only thing that would give me relief and chiropractic and stuff like that. But 2020 gave us that. We all got to rest. Even though we all had essential jobs, we still kept working. But it wasn't
as extreme.
I was like, oh, thank God, this is awesome. I got to stay home for 3 months.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was good. But during that time, we did a lot of writing and we still practiced and we still rehearsed. And stuff like
we
that.
still practiced, but luckily we had a practice space that was a fucking warehouse at the time.
Oh, nice.
So we could be, the 6 feet or whatever. We would probably be like 10, 20 feet away from each other anyway, just by default because the area we had was so big.
Oh, we didn't care.
We just practice. And then we would do our call outs from like across the room. Okay, see ya. We'd walk out separately. This is nice. We never stopped practicing ever. And we only did 2 live streams. We didn't do any in-person stuff.
Yeah, we didn't. We did the live stream.
I like the live stream. I still want to do it. I want to do another one. I don't know how to do it and make it profitable now, but we've been brainstorming some things.
Yeah, it was it was weird. The first couple songs was weird. It was just like practice, rehearsing.
But you got to be into it too. You got to be putting on a show. You can't just
That was the weird part. It was
It's because you're just playing to each other.
yeah.
But luckily, we're all so crazy. We just go crazy at practice. So it was like having practice in Tedford's basement, but there were cameras there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Which is
I had a really
yeah.
good time. And then the second one we did was live at Vino's.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool.
Which that was a fucking dude, that was so stressful. Oh my
I can
God.
imagine.
We had a problem with the audio. We were 30 minutes late to the start because we could not get the audio to the board for some reason. One of the it turned out to be one of the cameras that was sending its audio and it wasn't supposed to be. So the switcher was picking the camera audio over the board audio.
Oh wow.
And then once we found it, did the whole thing. It was awesome. Yeah. Ran great.
Weird. Yeah.
Did great. I've watched it once. I hate watching myself. I don't know if you're that way. I can't stand seeing myself play.
I can't either.
Stills only.
Yeah. There's there's a few of our videos and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, dude, come on, do I really do that? And especially the in betweens of watching us play and sing and stuff. It's not that bad, but it's my comments in the in between. Some of the stupid shit I say that I'm like, why in the hell did I say that?
It's the worst
my
job.
my ADHD kicks in big time, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Ooh, boobies.
Yeah.
And anyway,
we play samples because of that very reason. I try to talk once, twice if I have to. I can't stand it. It's the craziest thing in the world. I don't know how to banter. It's either going to come out, I'm going to try to make a joke that's not going to land, or I'm going to say something serious and everyone's going to get real sad.
Yeah. I say stupid stuff that's not relevant that only I know.
Yeah, so I ate Taco Bell earlier, a bit gassy up here, guys. Sorry about that. It's like, why?
Yeah.
But you're trying to kill time. Y'all play for hours.
And we play samples too, but we made the mistake.
Play samples for 4 hours, though.
No, and we made the mistake of giving Glenn, our drummer,
The
samples and what he could put in them, and he plays them in the middle of songs. Like, I'll be in the middle of one of our songs, and there's just sex noises coming through. I'm like, the fuck? Or he'll rickroll. I've been in the middle of a song, and then never gonna give you up.
He just plays another song. What is he doing?
Just to fuck with me and fuck with everybody. And then we're on break, and it's, I'm a Barbie girl in a bar. I'm like, dude, seriously?
You just walk over, snap the laptop in half. Thanks for that. Thanks for nothing.
No, it's like,
no more samples.
So,
Frank, you ruined it for everybody.
It's like certain shows, it's like, dude, no sample pad this show. It's like, why not? No sample pad this show. This is an important
if
show.
You like me.
I have a question. Is there a story behind the Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd
drumhead. Yeah, kind of, sort of, maybe. One,
we just really like Paul Rudd, man.
Love Paul Rudd. It's Ant-Man.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah. But it's actually this picture I found on the internet of him that he's sitting there with like two fans doing fan shots at like Comic-Con or something like that, and he's just had this weird face, and I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
And
we were trying to figure out like new drum heads and stuff like that, and we gone through like
like on the kick drum.
Yeah, on the kick drum.
Okay.
And we'd gone through some other people and stuff, and we all love Paul Rudd. It's like, dude, what about Ant-Man? It's
universally loved human being. Yeah.
So, and found that shot, and I'm like, what about this? And Glenn was like, oh, that's the one. It. Yeah. That's the one. And then, Paul Rudd has no social media, so you can't tag him. Nobody could tag him in it. Nobody could see it. So you can't get sued.
That's why he's so happy.
Nobody, he's no Instagram,
he's
no
just
Facebook.
Not on the internet.
And I think in one interview he said, yeah, I have a phone, but I don't know where it's at.
I bet someone else uses it for him. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's just like, somebody books my stuff. Yeah. It's like, you're Paul Rudd. Why not? So
I mean, it's the life.
Yeah.
You can hire a whole human to be like, here, you deal with that.
And the first show we played with it, there was more pictures of the drum head.
Of course, than you.
Everybody was coming up going, click, click. It's like, dude, that's
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah. But we thought too, if we do get sued or somebody says any publicity is good publicity. So
any publicity.
If Paul Rudd gets pissed off, then Paul Rudd has hurt our name.
You're the next biggest thing in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's fine. Oh, you can. We'll pay it because we're gonna make it for sure. I just launched a website and everything.
Paul Rudd hates our drumhead. Or .com. Yeah.
So is the album done?
Album is not done.
Not done.
Yeah. The plan is this fall, winter.
Okay.
October, November. Well, now it's August, so
It's
December.
August already, man. Yeah.
I think our manager did one interview thing. I was reading it and it said January. I was like, okay, if he says January, I'm fine with that. Gives me more time. So yeah, we'll probably release another single here in another month or so.
Oh yeah.
And then that gives me more time on the album, and then we'll see where it goes from
So
there.
I like that. You're like, that's like when they release trailers and the CGI is not done.
Yeah.
You're like, why does this look weird? Then in the movie, it's perfect.
Yeah, and then you don't see that scene that was in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, wait, the trailer was different. There
His
was
feet were purple in the trailer. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All the time. Especially with the big budget ones. They're trying to get that trailer out. They've still got teams of people working on that movie. That thing's nowhere near done.
God,
and they've got a release date and everything.
Yeah. And then I know some of the films, some of them I've been on that never release.
That's the worst.
There's been 2 films I was on that
Borderlands. They filmed it over the pandemic. I don't think it's ever coming out.
really.
Yeah. It's probably just one of those failures.
Yeah. And
I think it would make a good movie though. The video game's dope.
yeah, and the Batgirl movie that just
That shelved. That whole thing's gone.
I know.
Fucking Warner Brothers got the whole big
That would
shake
have been
up.
so. And everybody that was on it, Brendan Fraser, watched some of his interviews. He's like, it was amazing. It was a perfect movie. I don't know why. It's like, dude, that would have been awesome. Yeah, there's some of them that just never see the light of day.
Insane how sometimes it's for them to not put it out.
Well, they're like, well, we spent
Yeah.
$100 million. Well, but it's not the 100 million. That's not how it works. So we see the 100 million and go, oh, but usually you double that. So if they have to promote it, it's 200, and they don't show you that number.
Yeah.
And if you don't make your money back, it's embarrassment, and you lost way more.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers, DC, every movie they've put out, I think only 2 have been profitable past their budget and the marketing budget.
Yeah.
2.
And
That's not good.
No, not at all. So it was probably more effective for them to just say, no, we're done. Trash it.
100%
God.
somebody saw that, and they knew the shakeup was coming because it had already been announced to the public.
Yeah.
They went, there's no way this is going to work on where we're at and the negativity we have. No one's going to buy into this.
No.
We're going to have to spend another $100 million to promote it.
But you know what they may also be doing?
It's easier just to let it go.
It could be just in a shelf somewhere
It'll come out later.
for the next 5 years, kind of like the
Snyderverse
version.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let's go ahead. And there'll be so much buildup of, man, everybody's been wanting to see this, that now they'll get their nut back just releasing it.
Just from
5
the amount of
years.
signups on the streamer platform,
Yeah.
they'll get their money back. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because they won't have to promote it. They'll just have to say, cool, you got your way. This is the date.
Yeah.
And everyone will go, woohoo.
Yeah. We weren't assholes. We were just
Back.
temporary assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked for Sonic. They had ugly Sonic. The internet went, fuck no. They redesigned Sonic. And that movie was a smash hit.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Chippendale's Rescue Rangers on Netflix, dude, it's fucking amazing.
Really?
It's incredible.
Wow,
And
check that out.
Ugly Sonic is in it.
Really?
It's like Roger
Okay.
Rabbit. It's 2D animation, 3D animation, video game animation, but also all in the real world.
Seriously?
It's phenomenal.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember who made it. It's God, he's on SNL. He's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What is his name? Andy Samberg.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of them,
Okay.
and stand-up comedian, did a lot of cocaine recently, got busted.
Oh,
Just released a new special.
yeah, he's sober now, went to rehab.
Yep, wears suits a
Yeah,
lot. Talks like a old radio host. Fuck. John Mulaney. They wrote it, and they're Chippendale.
Seriously?
And it's
Okay.
fucking amazing. And it's free to watch. I think it's Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's either Disney Plus or Netflix. One of the two.
I got
I
both.
can never
so
remember, man.
I'll watch them tonight.
Yeah, we all got all 20. We used to bitch about $80 for cable, and now it's like I pay $150 to watch nothing.
No shit. I was adding that up the other day. I was like, holy crap, I'm paying like $200 because I have all these things. I travel.
Legitimately, yeah.
I got Max. I got Netflix.
But
got
it ain't
Disney.
just Max. It's Max. But do you have the family plan? Did you pay the $20 a month, or do you pay the
Yeah, you can pay the
$11.70?
$5.99 or
But
the
this one comes with commercials.
$20 without commercials, and I'm too impatient to
Exactly.
commercials. And then I got Hulu, and Hulu
No commercials.
no commercial.
$17.99.
No, that's $90 for Hulu to
my
have
God.
live and no
Oh,
commercials.
the live TV also.
And then you got Netflix and Apple and Max and
Yep.
this and this.
And
then-
Apple just went up too, the dirty dogs.
Yeah. fuckers.
They didn't say shit.
My parents just recently got the like YouTube Live, like where you live
Red.
TV but through YouTube.
Oh, YouTube Live.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I think it's like $70.
Yeah.
No. What have we done?
And then
no.
And I had my mom on my accounts because my mom was living with me for a little while. Now she's got her own place. She's chilling.
I'm glad you said that. I thought you were going to say, and then she died, and then
no, and I'm still paying for her accounts. No, she. So I still had her on my Netflix, and now they kicked her off. So now I got to get her own Netflix, and then Hulu. She has to have her own account on Hulu. I can't add her. I can add her, but she can watch it on her iPad or phone, but not her TV.
the TV. Yeah.
So now during football season, because we're both Razorback fans and stuff, we have to watch it at both houses. Yeah. So I'll turn hers on.
It's turned into a giant clusterfuck.
It's fucking It's
and
like
it used to
$200.
just be $80, and we had it too good.
And you
Netflix
still have to have internet.
They fucked us. They
run
got
all
us
this
with the
shit.
$7.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Internet. That shit ain't free.
I'm still paying $70.
I pay $80 a month.
Yeah. 70 for internet, 80 for Hulu, $40 for Apple Plus, and this, and it adds up to like $200 a month. I was like, I used to pay $90 for satellite back in the day.
And I had
cable.
everything I needed.
Yeah.
More than enough. It had HBO on it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I had HBO,
And
Cinemax,
Stars,
Skinemax.
And now those three together, if you buy all the bonus shit, it's more than the damn cable was.
Yep.
We fucked ourselves.
Yeah.
They got us. Hook, line, and sinker.
We all knew it was coming eventually. We just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, but man, fuck.
It sucks. But it does.
Really good for just a short period of time.
$7, and you could watch infinite shit for
Yeah.
$7. But now there's like Freevee, which is Amazon's free play. There's Pluto TV, which is free.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. Yeah.
But
And
it's
it does
okay.
It does help now because being on the road so much.
Yeah.
Now I'm back on the road.
You are? You're still doing that same job?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was working for Children's Hospital during pandemic. I worked for about a year, and then now I'm back to my own company doing consulting and stuff. So now I'm doing music, acting, and consulting full time. So with the strike and with music and everything, it's my day job full time. So acting was going really strong until the strike, and then now it's
about
really
4 weeks ago, it all kind of changed.
I've done 2 auditions during this time. But yeah, and so I could take all that, and like at the hotel, I could log into Netflix account and stuff like that, and I got them on my iPad. So it's nice. I could take that with me. Where back with cable, you couldn't, but still it sucks.
I mean,
$200, man.
That's a lot of money. That's a fucking. Well, I was gonna say that's a car payment, but that's not even that anymore because car payments are like $500. But for a cheap one,
and it's even some of these like Peacock. I only got because Netflix took The Office off, and it went to Peacock only.
Like
so then I got
thing,
Peacock to watch it, and I streamed it.
Paramount's the same way for me. They
And
have
then-
like a couple of shows I like.
Yeah.
Got to get Paramount now.
Yeah, Max. I finally turned it off, but then
Max was good, and then now I feel like it's just not.
Yeah, there was one show, Miracle Workers. I started watching last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I saw with Daniel Radcliffe and
It's
stuff.
so good, but each season is from a different time period.
I didn't realize that.
It's wild.
Because Hulu only had the.
Yeah, I started that show.
Yeah, it
It's
had
so
the like
good.
the.
It's Daniel Radcliffe and Crazy Face Man. Adam Sandler's boy.
Yeah, not Gary Busey. Fuck.
No, not Gary Busey. Close though. It's close. He's as equally.
Buscemi.
Yeah,
Steve Buscemi.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's God.
Yeah, he was God in the first season.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it did this, and then the second season he's shit holler.
That's right.
I was like,
yeah, that's
what the
right.
fuck?
That's right.
I thought he was going to be God the whole thing, and then the second season started. I was watching it last night, and it was like, what?
It's a unique
He's
show.
God? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I had to get Max back just to watch it on there because Hulu had it, but they only had season 4, which is the Dead World or Hell World or something like that. And I'm like, well, I've never seen it before, so I
haven't
got Max
seen season 4. I guess I should check back in.
Yeah, it's out now. Like,
Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, it's crazy.
Do you go to the movies at all?
I love them freaking movies.
I just went and saw Meg 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be god awful and on purpose, and it's awesome.
I haven't gone in like a
There's a
month or
kraken. They have a kraken in this
kraken.
one. Uh-huh.
Nice.
There's 3 sharks this time, not just the 2.
Oh, okay.
And they just eat shit the whole time. Oh, and they stay underwater for a really long time. And
Really?
It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid and shitty.
Nice. That may go see that.
if you want to turn your brain off and just chill and watch sharks eat things for about an hour 40, that's it.
It's like
all
Shark
it
Week
is.
at the movies. Okay, cool. I'll go see that. Yeah, I wanted to go see Oppenheimer. Not really Barbie, but Oppenheimer. I'll wait till Netflix for Barbie
Or whoever
something.
picks it up, yeah.
Yeah, whoever picks it up. But I try to go to the movies and see, like when Indiana Jones came out, the 5th.
Did you like it? I heard it was not good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like, holy crap.
Just
it was
like
better
they
than the
should've
last
just
one.
not done. Oh, well, anything.
Yeah.
I mean, shitting on a fucking plate in front of an open theater of people is better than that last movie.
Pretty
That
much,
was
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, the ending was. I'm not going to ruin the ending for anybody, but it was like letting the air
Everybody
out.
dies.
Yeah, I hope
Everybody
so.
dies in the ending.
They should.
It was like
Meh. Just meh.
Yeah,
It's a movie.
it's like okay, well, I don't really see.
Didn't have to exist, but
Yeah.
here it is.
But the rest, like leading up to it, the story behind it, and then seeing him, and they brought back Sala and stuff like
Right,
that, and
right.
I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
A little long to be that flat, but yeah, it was okay. But I had to go to the theater to see it.
Yeah.
Because I want that experience. I could wait till Netflix, but it's not the same.
I mean, we're getting there. You can buy an 85-inch TV and in a right enough living room. It's pretty damn good.
I got it close.
You got, mine's
Yeah.
75, and we have a sound system, and I just brought a bunch of old production lights, so they're
yeah.
around my whole house, and I just
Okay.
turned the whole room blue, and we just sit down and eat popcorn. I mean, it's pretty damn close.
I got my living room set up to watch.
Shakes the floor and
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's not whoa big, but it's pretty fucking cool.
That's nice. Yeah,
But,
but it's still not the same. So I still like over COVID.
I think fucking Spielberg nailed it, man. I think he's right. I think in not long from now, it's going to be like tickets are going to be $50. There's going to be 3 things to see. It's not going to be like it is because it's already losing. I mean, it's going. I mean,
COVID kind of did that.
There
where
was
everything
3 people in that movie theater when we went
really?
to see that movie. Yeah.
It was probably halfway full when I went to see Indy, but I went to the early, like 1:00 on Thursday when it came out. But I heard the rest of it was sold out. But
Okay.
I go in Cabot. That's where I live. So
Oh, okay.
it was
Is
a little
there
bit
AMC?
smaller.
What is that?
Silver screen.
Oh, Silver King.
But
I
they,
like AMC.
I mean, I love that theater, and over COVID, they stayed open. Even when we're in isolation and stuff, and you could come get popcorn there and stuff like that, and then take it home.
They would sell the. Hey, that's
but
smart.
they still I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. They just played old movies. Like I went and saw all the original Star Wars there.
Sick.
Like on a Tuesday, I went and saw the episode 4, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
They showed all the Raiders. I went and saw Ghostbusters. They just played old movies. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to see Ghostbusters.
Because they can actually make the money off those ticket sales. They
Yes.
don't owe the theater anything. I think it's a smaller percentage.
There was only like 5 people in the theater when I went
Yeah.
at like 6 o'clock. But I got my popcorn. I got to watch Ghostbusters and stuff. I was like, this is awesome. And it kept them open a little bit, at least. So, but still, it's with all those releasing, especially over COVID, where every movie was like, no, we're just going to live stream. We're just going to stream it
immediately.
Yeah, everything's going to go.
Made
to
it
that.
too fancy. Made it too on the money. And now
and too easy.
you're seeing the double thing where they'll release it on a movie screen, and if you want it at home, it's like $30 extra.
Yeah.
If I'm bringing one extra person, I'm spending the 30 because it's 50. Just to go see Meg 2 was $50.
Yeah. It's $12
That's not a
just
$50 fucking movie.
No, it's $12 to get in. Then I spend about 20 on popcorn. Coke,
You had
Reese's.
one, exactly.
Yeah.
You had one person in the equation, and it's like, well, we're just staying home and watching it. Just and they make the same amount of money. It's kind of fucked because they're not paying the fucking actors, right? Because they went through that with Black Widow.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
They tried to fuck her.
Scarlett
Unbelievable.
Johansson.
Yeah. And now that's the whole reason the strike's happening.
Yeah, which
The digital rights shit and the AI stuff.
yeah, which I totally 100% on board with that because it's
Would take your job away completely.
exactly because
your
one of the
job's
big
gone.
things they can hire
The background, one-time
background. And even if I'm like a principal actor or get like a small role or something like that, they could take my likeness.
Oh, did you see they just found out
back.
Disney already did it?
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
They found out Disney did it and didn't tell nobody. They used background actors' likenesses with AI in one of their recent films.
Oh wow!
And didn't pay anything, but it wasn't they didn't sign a contract for it either. They got caught.
Okay.
So it's already a thing they've been looking into. Yeah, it's
and a little bit on the defense there. They've done that before, like when they have like baseball stadium scenes and stuff like that. They'll take a little square and then they'll just copy and paste it everywhere.
Human. They used to use just cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, they do that. And I think Star Wars Episode 1, the podcast or the pod race scene, that's all like Q-tips, and stuff like that. So they've done where they've taken likenesses and stuff.
Are those likenesses or fake, like generated faces?
Those are fake, but they've copied your likeness and they've used those scenes before of where, let's say I had a scene in Good Will Hunting and the baseball scene. Well, then 5 years later, they're like, hey, let's just copy that baseball scene and put our new actors in there. I've done it before, but this is a little bit different where now I come onto a project and, okay, we're going to pay you
$6,000.
Yeah, $6,000 for this project.
Yeah.
And then they'll take my likeness and save it.
Yeah.
Scan it. And then now I'm in 4 other films that year.
In perpetuity, right? It's forever.
Yeah, forever.
You have to sign your likeness away forever.
Yeah, forever. And then now I only got $6,000. So I may be in a $400 million film that I could have got $40,000 for. But no, they'll just take my likeness and use it again. And then now they could take your voice. Dude. And it's like on this podcast, they could copy my voice.
Yes.
And then now they could use it in a film later. I was reading about that.
They only need like 3 minutes of audio or something like that. Yeah, did you sign the waiver in the thing
fuck
for the
no. Fuck no.
Could you imagine? We just start replicating podcast guests. We're like, hey, that Chris episode did really well. Let's have him back. Let's have him back on.
Holy shit. Why am I doing 8 podcasts this year? I did 8 crashcasts.
Did they split that up or what the hell's going on over there?
Yeah, I ain't signing shit.
I didn't go parasailing in Eurasia.
That would be cool, but no. So yeah, I totally agree on the strike on that. But in flip side of it though,
do you really think anything's going to come from it that's at all positive? Because I sort of think this is only going to end the way they want it to.
Oh, of course.
They have all the money.
Of course.
They can wait for infinity. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. Well, they've already said that. Like, they don't care about you guys at all.
No.
Well, whoop.
Yeah, they don't care.
You know, and then the longer they wait, the harder it gets, especially the people that live there and that's their job.
Yeah.
You know, that like live in LA or Atlanta or wherever they're these big film spots, New York. You know, they'll just keep waiting until it's just, okay, we'll sign it.
And that's only for SAG.
But then it ends
projects.
the whole industry.
Yeah.
That whole industry is gone.
But there's a lot of stuff like even on these big SAG films, you'll have background that's not SAG background.
Right.
They're you're non-union. You're coming on as non-union. We pay you as non-union.
Yes.
Now we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that.
There's no bargaining chip when you don't have the the structure in place.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more for the crew. There's like the writing, especially with writing, because we did this when we were writing the lyrics. I didn't realize this, but Glenn was like, hey, why don't you use one of the AI to just, you could probably write some lyrics on it. So we're fucking around one practice.
Absolutely.
It was
ChatGPT could write out a song every second.
I was like, rock song about something.
Right. I miss my girlfriend. And,
I think it was a rock song about drinking Coke.
Okay.
And it was, and just printed out a full lyrics and chorus, and here's pre-chorus and everything. And it was like, dude, this is actually pretty cool.
And this is the first, foray everyone's getting into this shit. This is the 4th version.
Yeah. And
what the fuck is, just next year's version?
Oh, yeah, there's
They're already
that's just sitting there.
They've already got the things that are streaming in real time on Twitch, and it's just making it up as it's going.
Yeah,
it's continuous, 24/7. There's no end to the loop. You just type in how long until that's just on your phone, and you're like Terminator, but instead of Arnold, it's Pee
Wee Herman.
There you go.
Yeah. So
and it goes done. Ding, and then that's it. I'll be back.
Yeah. And we actually did our album cover. I did AI. I just put in, because the album's called The Ramen Conspiracy. So I put in...
The Ramen Conspiracy?
Okay, there's a story behind that. So I put in rock album cover for The Ramen Conspiracy. And it just printed out a bunch of like ramen stuff. And there's like 6 or 7. I was like, that's a fucking cool album cover. That's a cool...
It's happening,
Let me
man.
save that. Let me save
It's
that.
happening.
And then we would do like band picks. We took some of our picks from shows and stuff and put it in AI just to see
what it would do to it.
Yeah, and there's like us as cartoons, like as Simpsons. So there's us as like I put it in there as wrestlers. One came out as us as like old Western stuff. So it was like, okay, these are actually kind of fun and cool. But I could see people taking like Kurt's pictures and stuff of us, and manipulating that and putting us in scenarios and situations that, holy fuck. No, I know I was never around her. I don't know her. She's not.
Well, that's coming for sure.
Yeah.
That's coming.
And somebody was talking.
The nefariousness of it all. And now you won't believe a damn thing you see, period. You won't believe a video, a picture. Pictures are already so close to real. Because when you click on the comments, you see so many people are like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But anybody who knows what they're looking at can be like, this is fake, clearly, right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
but there's some of them that are.
We're so close to being the speech emulating shit is terrifying to me.
Yeah, like hearing
the speeches that no one ever gave, like presidents, and they'll be
Kurt
like
Cobain singing Foo Fighters and stuff, and it's like, dude, that sounds
and it's dead
legit.
On.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's scary.
So scary.
Yeah, but then again, on the art side of it, somebody could put in there.
A tool is one thing.
Yeah,
but it won't be a tool.
No, it's not a tool.
It'll only be a tool for a day. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to turn into, this is just what it is. Your phone has AI. Your computer has AI. Yeah. This podcast, it'll be chopping it up just in real time, going through, blah, blah, blah. It'll make it perfect. The video will look perfect. Yeah. Everything will just be perfect all the time.
And I don't think it's going to be one of those where everybody's freaking out the world's going to end with AI. No.
A lot of job loss.
But your individual world might end because somebody used that to say you were cheating or stealing money and stuff in.
Jobs are gone. I mean,
jobs
look
gone.
Look at the people using it just to do jobs.
Yeah.
Well, when a company figures that out, there's, we pay ChatGPT $1,000 a month and you're no longer needed.
Yeah. So all these news articles and stuff. So we talked about fake news during COVID and stuff. Now it's going to be AI creating news articles.
You won't know nothing. That's what I'm saying. We won't know what's real or the upside down. It's a slow shift into fucking pure chaos.
But in every day, somebody was on a podcast talking about that, where it's AI is just like everything else, where the intent of it was for good. And everything that's invented, the intent initially, it's used for good, and then there's a period of where it transitions to, okay, and then the period we're in now with AI, where now people realize, hey, I could use it for nefarious reasons. I could use it to cause terrorism, to steal money, to do this, to do harm.
Oh yeah, the scams are going to get real good.
Just like computers in the beginning and email and internet was a good intent. Then it went to the period.
The other day, like, how the hell did the internet ever take off? Because early internet, you remember.
Oh, thanks, man.
It was awful. It was fucking terrible shit. I don't know why any of us ever were like, and we'll wait 9 days for this song to download. But we did.
Yeah, I remember people saying back then,
you should just go buy the album.
Yeah, they were like, oh, man, you could see porn on the computer and stuff like that. I was like, it takes 12 minutes to download.
In 8 days, you can see a nipple.
And it's just like, I see their eyes.
The line would come across, and printers were.
Yeah, I remember in my younger days, I had this is dating myself, but I had a Commodore 64.
Hell yeah, you
And did. I could do DOS, and I could write programs and stuff, but I remember a buddy of mine, I was in middle school or something like that, and he's like, dude, I got strip poker. I was like, what? So he brought on a big floppy disk strip poker, and I played as soon as my parents went to bed. I was playing poker, and the poker would come up, and then you'd have this girl in like 16-bit dots, cartoon, and she was clothed and everything. I'm playing cards and everything, and I would win, and just like one dot would go away. I'm like, mother motherfucker.
You had to play the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
and
funny.
I played for hours and just only saw like a shoulder. I'm like, this sucks, man. Screw that. So yeah, I don't know how it ever took off. Because even, I mean,
And now it's
dial-up,
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was the fucking stupidest shit in the
You'd be on the
world.
computer and then somebody pick up the phone and it was like,
Screaming from across the house.
crash. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Or especially when the online gaming thing with the like World of Warcraft and shit when that
Yeah.
came around. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played, I can't remember, Star Wars had an online world.
Did they?
I played that for, God, about 7-8 months. I lost a lot of money. I kept buying into it. I would go to work. I was working at Homeland Security, and
He's
I would
just
go
like
to work
at
and
his
just
desk,
play.
like,
Yeah.
I'm losing all my fucking money, man, to these goddamn.
Had to buy this
these
and had
bots.
to buy that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But
What's
yes,
wrong, Chris?
Star Wars had.
Shut
I
up,
can't remember
Becky.
the name of it. Star
You're
Wars.
a dumb bitch. I don't know. That's old. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Star Wars on.
It was probably 2009.
Oh, okay, that's not
2008.
too far
No. Yeah, it was 2008, 2009.
I was thinking like those early days where you had to boot the computer, pull out the boot disk, put in the
Oh
other
my
disk.
God. Yeah, I had those. I remember those days. I remember those days. Yeah.
Everything was made of letters.
Yes. And I remember, God, I still remember the Commodore 64 is load, comma, asterisk, comma, 8, comma, 1 for every program. That was the DOS load. So you put the disk in and then load, parentheses, asterisk, parentheses, comma, 8, comma, 1, and then that would load the program. And oh my God, how do I remember that?
Wow.
I couldn't even remember today was Sunday.
We just unlocked. Yeah, you went deep.
I went deep. Oh my God, I'm sitting here programming.
Fucking 30-year-old memory.
What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, so what are you doing, Rick? What's your name again? What's my name? Oh my God! Here goes DOS. Yeah, but it was. I don't know how we progressed to. Now,
It's
'cause
this room, man. It just does it. It's me too, though. You'd be talking about something and say something that'll trigger a memory. Then we'll go down that memory. Then we have to get back. We were talking about AI and movies and how they just don't care.
Oh, movies. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
It seems to me like it's probably just going to end badly this time because it's been going on for 2 months now. Month and a half.
And I remember.
Well, because the writer's strike was first, and now it's both.
Yeah. Now it's both.
Which is the first time since like the 60s.
Yeah, a while. Because I remember was it the writer's strike that happened in the 2000s or something like that? And there was a lot of TV programs.
But
that
they just went around that with reality TV. And that's what they're going to do again. They'll circumvent the whole. That's what I'm saying.
Find
Like
something else. Yeah.
they don't give a fuck, and everyone will watch. No. We all know the most popular shit on TV is reality TV, and they don't need anyone to make that.
No.
They can just get non-union people to come to people's house and be like, "Hey, your life's fucking shit. Can we film it? Here's $8." And they'll be like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah. Because everybody wants to watch that.
And we do.
Yeah.
Like a fucking drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why TikTok's so fucking famous.
God. And I have to like put my phone away because
You getting those doom scrolling loops?
God. One day was like 2 hours on TikTok. I was just sitting out on my deck
crazy.
and I was scrolling and like, because the band guys will send
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
back and forth
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like get on it. And I sat there and all of a sudden I'm like, God, my butt's fucking sore. And I looked at my watch. It was 2 hours I was out there just scrolling through TikTok. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I need a life.
It's
And
bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. We were talking about that last night where like every time I look at my phone, every week my phone goes, "You were on your phone this much every day." And it's like 5 fucking hours. I'm like, when the fuck was I on my phone for 5 hours? I worked all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did I find time to do this?
I'm
just talking about we should start trying to replace it with shit like what we used to do. You come home and play guitar, man.
yeah.
You just fucking write riffs all night. Or drum or
yeah.
whatever. It's like learn a skill, dig a fucking hole for a swimming pool. Just start 5 scoops a night. In a year, you'll have a pool.
Honestly, why the album's taking so long because it's up to me I got to write lyrics and stuff like that, and I'll plan. I have to set aside. Today is going to be a work day.
When you get home?
Yeah, I'm going to. I am working like it's Sunday. Okay, I'm going to plan 3 hours just to go down in our studio and work on songs.
Yeah.
Or I have to. I strategically put a guitar in every room in my house. So, and I've heard guitarists and stuff do this where something comes up, they can pick it up.
Absolutely.
But so I could see it and go, crap, I need to practice. Because if it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yes.
And I've gone like a month of not picking it up.
Can you believe that?
And then I go to pick it up. I'm like, God, my fingers, my calluses are gone. I couldn't play a 4-hour show right now.
What was that fucking note? You start guessing. You're like, what was that note in that song? Because the song was too new, and you should have just kept playing it.
Oh, we've had a rehearsal a couple months ago where we were like we decided let's go through our whole set list because now we're on 4 albums.
You're poor drummer, man.
Yeah,
God almighty.
He's a beast. But we'll get through some song, and he'll look and he'll go, "We're not playing that one now. We're not playing that one now. Not after this song. I can't."
Oh, that's every time we pick a set list when I'm doing My Hands to War stuff. There's 2 songs in particular. I'm like, this shit ain't first.
Yeah.
No.
We have to end our one song Sanity. We have to end with that because we go crazy all the time. And he's like, we have to play. I can't survive after that song
because it's too much. Yeah, too much strain.
Yeah, and I'll do a set list,
especially after 3 fucking hours or whatever.
And I'll have to show him because there's a couple songs that it's okay for me. It's okay for Blake, our bassist. But for him, it's just fast. And he's like, dude, we got to split that
Nobody
up
thinks
a
about the drummer. You're good people for thinking about it.
And I'm a drummer too, so I remember that. I'm like, okay, this got like a really fast hi-hat, and it's got this, and then we go straight into
and it's just the whole time, too.
Yeah. And
you don't get a break.
No.
Guitarists are like, I don't know why he's complaining. Playing 2 fucking notes.
But I throw around a lot on stage too, so
I do too when I play guitar. I'm just saying it's. I've played guitar on stage and I've drummed on stage a bunch. Drumming on stage is much fucking harder.
God, yeah.
Especially in the heavy realm.
Yeah, or punk.
Yeah, you just you're playing with your whole body.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just you know.
It's a 30-minute set, but you're playing 20 songs.
That's right.
And it's just it's like,
and you're flexing the entire time. That's what I told somebody. I was like, you want to know what it's like to play drums? Sit in a chair, flex your entire body, and flail around. And you can't stop, but for literally 20 seconds every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And do that for 30 minutes. That's
if you go, because sometimes you go from song to song to song.
Oh, we do 3, 3, and 2. That's almost every time our set up.
I try to do 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, because we do a Nirvana bash where we do 3 Nirvana songs in a row.
You link them all together?
Yeah.
Sick.
We'll go from like Breed to Sliver and then Molly.
Hell yeah.
Molly's Lips. So we'll go Breed, Sliver, Molly's Lips. And then I'll pause, and then we'll do 2 more after that. But if we're doing our 4-hour set, like in Midtown,
God.
I'll definitely have to I'll do all our crappy songs in the beginning because nobody's there. And then in the middle, we start jamming out. And then towards the end, it's like, okay, Glenn's about to die. So let's adjust this set. And I'm about to die too because I'm going crazy and I'm singing. And
you don't get to stop.
No, and even for like singers and stuff, it's just.
Do y'all toss in any jams where there's no vocals so you can get a.
No, we thought about doing that. But. I don't know. Once we get into it, it's like, okay,
or like
let's go.
Barracuda. It's like 7 minutes, but it's like you have 2 fucking notes the whole time.
Now we have a couple where like if Glenn has to go to the bathroom or Blake or something or break a string or a snare, then I have songs I can play that's just me. But we have like 1 or 2 songs where they can jam for a little bit if I break a string or have to switch out. But it's only like a minute. So
it's quick stuff.
It's really more breaks for them, and then I'll just go and stuff. But I've told some people, kind of like the drumming scenario too. Excuse me, for a vocalist, just do crunches for 3 minutes at a time, and just crunch and crunch and crunch and crunch, and then stop for about 20 seconds, and then crunch again for 3 minutes, and do that for an hour. Yeah, that's like screaming and singing and stuff like that. So everybody gets a workout, except for the bass player. They just sit there. Blake's going to hear this and go, fuck you, man.
Not the metal guys, man. Not the metal guys. Fine, calm down.
Okay, yeah. Calm down, man. It's a workout, but it's a fun workout.
It is.
Yeah.
But damn, afterwards. Whew. And the older you get, boy, the next day hits a little different.
Yeah.
That bangover is a real fucking deal, man.
The hangover's less from the alcohol, more from the...
we call it a bangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, no alcohol involved. Most times, these days, unless we're playing Shinfo, and then it's just fucking chug fest. Oh, but it was designed to be that way.
Oh, okay.
Which we're gonna find out. We're fucking around and finding out August 26th and 27th.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're doing Shinfo on the 26th at the fundraiser show for the new venue in Conway, Full Moon Records. Have you been there yet?
No, I haven't been, but I want to go.
Cool as fuck. Come to that show. It's only $10, 11 bands.
Holy shit.
And all the proceeds go to push the wall back, make the venue bigger, and just kind of make things a little safer in general.
Okay.
Just because the mosh pit is right next to like these 3 poles. So it's been like an issue.
Okay. Put in my calendar.
And it is a fuck ton of bands. But that's August 26th. Starts at 2. My band plays first. And we will have merch now. Woohoo!
Okay,
For
cool.
the first time ever.
I'm home that weekend, so.
There you go. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
I've been seeing all the shows at Full Moon, and I'm like, oh, that's a good show.
And
That's
they
a good
pack
show.
the fuck out.
Really?
That place is sick. And Justin, the guy that owns it, is as nice as fucking can be.
Really cool.
And in it to win it. This place could be. I feel like right now it is the next place for that town for people to go and be and just. It's chill as fuck. He has dope ass records. He's got a cool consignment shirt rack.
Nice.
You can find really cool shirts in there, vintage shit, for great prices too. Like people just bring their old clothes up there and just sell them. It's phenomenal. That whole thing is awesome. And then we're doing a house show the next night with Lame Johnny. We'll also have merch.
Cool. The new
for the
t-shirt.
first time ever. Yeah, the new. Yeah, I just showed you. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Already getting them printed. Probably like tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta talk to our printer this week because we got new merch, new logo, new everything. So
you go to an actual person, or do you do the on-demand stuff?
No, we haven't done that before. We went to an actual place, and then I would do all the merch stuff myself. And
you print it?
Clory? No. We would print it at a place and then sell it ourselves at our own store and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this time I'm thinking we're going to go with a on-demand merch on-demand place.
A lot of people switching to it.
Yeah, I mean it's easier, it's less hassle, and
technology's taking it all, man.
I know,
but I get it.
But it's still
I'm bitching, and yet I'm still like, I'm guilty too.
You still got to get stuff for shows. I mean,
you
have
to have some physical shit.
But it's especially, and that's a good thing about technology and stuff because we're everywhere now. I mean, we got. A lot of our streams on our new single was from India, Germany, and the Philippines.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. That's cool. But if they order, it's like, okay, I got to package it up and send to
$50.
It's just easier merch on demand. And
because they have facilities over there that they can send to, and then they print it in that country, and the shipping's no different than what it is here, $17 or whatever the fuck,
So as bands grow, it's better that way. Going to merch on demand, it makes it easier.
We have some across the globe fans too.
Yeah.
And it's like, we want to send you something, just for being from across the fucking world. That's dope.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that'll be $100. And I'm like, well, maybe when we visit.
Yeah.
My buddy lives in Japan, so if he comes back, I can send it with him.
But otherwise, no. Yeah, we did I had to send some fan stuff to Australia one time.
Ooh,
and it was
that's the worst one.
Holy shit.
For shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shipping was more than the merch.
They got a shark tax in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We had to kill spiders, gators, sharks. We lost 3 crew members.
4 shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. So
I think it's double. I think they are the worst.
Yeah,
I think that's right. Like, to get it to Australia is like the worst shipping.
I can't remember what it was, but when I saw it, I was like, holy shit.
Well, we watched that Cold Ones is filmed in Australia, and every time they do something, they'll say the price of the item, and they'll be like, oh, it's like $5,000 to get it here. It's like double. It's like literally the price doubles just to get the thing there. That's like, fucking crazy.
I don't know
but
why.
There's nothing there. That's probably why.
Yeah, but still they're awesome.
There's like no one there, so maybe they don't have... I don't know. I don't know what it's like there. Maybe they don't have like print on demand stuff there and shit like that.
Maybe it's just more
like
going
shipping
south.
Only. Period. I don't know if they have any industry. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like, do they make shit there? I don't think so. I think everything comes in on a boat. All of it.
I don't know.
Maybe surfboards or something.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. I know we had we got an offer to do license one of our songs for a car company like Toyota in Australia.
Damn.
But it didn't. We didn't get.
Y'all in that sync? What is it called? What do y'all use?
No, this was through our manager.
Oh, okay.
Damon Marino with Inner Light Agency out of LA. Yeah, he was getting us offers, and we submitted for it, and we didn't get picked. But still, it was like a Toyota company out of, I guess, Toyota of Australia or something like that. So I know they got something. Yeah, but I don't. Other than that, I don't know. Crocodile Dundee.
So. Crocodile Dundee. Now you aged yourself.
Yeah, I know. As soon as it came out,
kid alive.
That's what happens on stage.
Dundee is.
That's what happens on stage. I'll say something and be like, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I really thought they were bringing it back. That stupid commercial they had with Danny McBride and Thor. I really thought they were going to do it's his son and his son's a piece of shit and like it's this whole thing. What a perfect movie. I would watch the shit out of that. Paul Hogan.
Oh,
be the dad, or is he dead now? I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
But you could CGI Paul Hogan. Just AI Paul Hogan. What a great concept for a film.
And they will eventually. They remake everything. They will.
Hey, in like fucking 2 years, I can just be like, AI, what's up with that movie they never made that was a commercial, turns out.
You mean Shazam?
Yeah.
Shazam. Oh, fuck. Now, some of that stuff that I'm like, no, I remember that. I remember that firmly. I know for a fact.
Oh, you talking about the Mandela stuff?
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
That was real. I remember it.
Yeah,
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. I remember that movie. There was another Mandela effect that everybody's like
Bernstein Bears.
Berenstain Bears. No, I remember that the way they're saying it.
Was it toy soldiers or small soldiers?
Small soldiers. Yeah. Small soldiers.
I don't.
It was.
I don't know about that one.
That one's. Well, how old are you? 42?
Yeah. My acting range.
42. He's like, I'm 57, dickhead.
I'm 48.
Damn.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You're pulling it off, bro.
You just did a fuck.
No. Damn.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that? I'm sorry.
Why'd you say it like that, man?
Yeah.
Let's rewind that and do that.
Don Cheadle, Kevin Hart shit. So funny. Damn.
Kevin Hart just damn.
The look. I'm sorry. He just immediately. I'm sorry. Why'd you say it like that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was awesome.
Oh, I love that fucking.
Yes, I'm 40 fucking 8.
But acting's going good. I want to talk about acting.
Yeah. Acting's going good. Or was.
What? Well, it seemed like you were posting a lot of acting there for a hot second.
Yeah, it was like bam, 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 bam.
You got some like legitimate roles and stuff?
Yeah,
did I see that?
I did an Indian motorcycle commercial.
Did you do
some
a
other
Hallmark
stuff.
Type movie? Or something?
Lifetime's coming out tomorrow night.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Actually, mine is coming out not tomorrow night. The series starts tomorrow night, and then mine's next Monday.
Oh, you got an episode?
Yeah, an episode.
Okay.
So it's a reenactment. I'm not talking in it, but I played the dad of this girl that it's called Text Me When You Get Home.
Okay.
So when does this air?
This airs next Tuesday.
Okay, so last night it aired.
Oh, dope.
So
you did fucking awesome,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So it's called Text Me When You Get Home. It's a Lifetime series. It's season 2, and they take like this chick that got murdered, and it was
these are like real stories.
Real stories of these murders and stuff where their parents freaked out because they were texting and just never got a reply back, and then turns out that they got murdered. So
that's horrifying, man.
Yeah. So I'm the dad in this reenactment series. So yeah, it's
and there's no speaking during it. It's all just facial.
Yeah.
Like, woo, is it I guess it's narrated.
It's narrated like the real officers and stuff are in it. It's that kind of series.
Okay.
And then they'll narrate it and stuff. And then we're doing the reenactments like they're saying. So J. Ray was the girl in my series.
Mm-hmm.
So J. Ray and her dad had an argument that night. And you'll see me and her just in the kitchen just I'm screaming at her and she's screaming at me and stuff. So we had to film those scenes and actually do it.
Right. Were you actually screaming at each other? Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it was the chick that played J. Ray. She was really cool. Like embraces like, okay, if we're going to go.
If we're
going to
go for it, you got to make it real.
She's like, yeah, let's go. It's like, you're my daughter. And you fucking little fucking shit. So we
You've always been a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. That was it. I think it was like, where the fuck were you?
You say something to unlock something.
Shit and stuff. And she's like, but
crying.
you're an asshole, dad. And and we're screaming. And they go, cut. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She's like, yeah, that was for you. Yeah. So, but it was fun. So the Lifetime series is coming out. I did some commercials. I think now the Arkansas DOT commercial is out because everywhere I go, people was, hey, don't text and drive. I'm like, fuck, okay. So it's an anti-texting and driving commercial where I'm the guy that gets pulled over.
I think I did see that one, actually.
Okay, yeah. I've got that a lot. Like, there was a benefit showing, like, every other person stopping me going, hey, I saw you on TV. I was like, okay, yeah, I got a ticket. And then there was...
Yes, and you just have headshots. You're like, yes, yeah.
Yeah, just
it was me.
Text. Hey, I just realized I did a don't text and drive and then a text me when you get home series. Oh, shit. And then there was a couple of student films.
Next stop, horror movie about texting.
Yeah. I did do a horror film a couple years ago, but it didn't pan out.
It never released.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, it was. We shot it, and then some of the actors midway through quit. So they recast and reshot some stuff, and then those actors quit.
Oh my God!
And then it just kind of panned out.
Yeah.
So like I shot some scenes, and then went back and reshot some of the old actor scenes to help out, and then it just never progressed.
Damn.
Which happens a lot of times.
It does.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to make something on tape.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was in a film with Jennifer Lawrence that we shot 2 days in New Orleans, and it was a military flick and everything, and it never came out.
It's wild how much stuff just sits on a shelf.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
They'll shoot it and shoot it and shoot it, and then it's like, nah.
Well,
We don't like it.
Or what usually ends up happening is it's a set of executives that are like, yeah, we love it. And then they get fired because that's always happening.
Yeah.
And then a new set comes in and goes, we're going in a new direction. Yeah. And they just shelve everything that was being worked on just so they can get their own shit through.
Yeah.
Because it's a race to their getting fired.
Yeah, it's politics.
Yeah, it's like, well, we didn't gain enough in quarter 3, fire the whole team, hire new ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks that your whole job is based around the bottom dollar.
Oh shit. and the whole team getting canned. And
Who are you doing your own stuff though? Are you managing yourself with that?
Yeah.
So you just going out and getting all those roles on your own?
I go through a couple agencies, like the Sculpt agency here in Little Rock I'm with. They got me the Arkansas DOT and a few other projects. I forgot about this. I was in a Christian men's Academy commercial out of Dallas. I forgot about that. I shot a horror film that day, and in the afternoon I went and shot. I was a preacher recruiting some people, so I'm probably in a cult commercial somewhere. I know as a Christian thing. So they got me a couple of those gigs, and then the rest I get through my own. Like
That's
go
cool.
and search. There's different acting websites and
So
apps
you
and
seek
stuff.
it out.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, like I'll see some of, especially my travels. I'll see like, hey, there's some in Atlanta or North Carolina, and I'll be in those areas.
Yeah, because you're going to be there anyway.
Yeah. Like I'll be in San Francisco the end of this month for a week, so I'll go in San Francisco and look for gigs. And if there's, hey, we need somebody on this set for, you know,
Right. It fits this. Do they list like what you should look like?
Yeah, they'll
like types.
Yeah, they'll actually put in there like if they're looking for background and stuff like that. If I'm on the road and I'm like, hey, I want to be a background in something, it's no big deal. But if it's like feature roles or something like that, they'll put in we're looking for somebody 35 to 45, 5'10", this,
Right.
stocky build, not stocky build, whatever. And then you see the description of the role. And then it's like, okay, I fit that. And a lot of these apps will say you're a match for this. I was like, okay. And
there's
then,
apps.
Yeah, it's like
How fucking
Backstage.
convenient.
Backstage, the magazine, acting magazine that they used to have where people get jobs and stuff. Now it's an app. And you could go and I could look at acting jobs everywhere. And then there's Actors Access is another one I get a lot through.
Okay.
And then I'll just go and see that and I'll put apply. And you're just applying for the job, and it'll go to the casting director. And
Headshots.
Your resume, headshot, and
it's
everything's
all just
there.
attached to apply.
Yep, and they'll look and go, okay, and then they'll send you an audition. And then now...
Do you just upload to the app, like on tape? You just film yourself in your bedroom and just send them a thing?
I have one of my rooms. I got like a backdrop. I got my phone. I got a ring.
You do green screen so you can add shit, or is it just a blank wall?
No, I have a black, a white, and a green. So it's on a rail, and I can just...
Depending on what they need.
Because everyone's different. They're like, must be on a black backdrop, must be on...
I see.
Horizontal view or whatever.
We're going to meter it and see how your face looks in this.
And then you got to do a slate reel, and then you got to do the audition. And they'll send you the sides. Like I got 2 auditions I got to do this week. One was for a WebMD commercial.
Nice.
But I'm not doing it now. It's in North Carolina. I'm not going to be able to make it.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, so I turned it down. Another one's for a local film, and they're just 2 pages of sides. And a lot of times I have to bounce off another actor, so I have some friends that sometimes will come over and help.
Oh, okay.
Or there's apps that you can actually load that PDF on, and actors can come on and read it back to you, and you can practice.
You react to what they're doing. Oh,
and I could actually
check that shit out.
I could be on there as an actor where I can put on there, hey, I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'm available, and somebody could say, hey, I need to rehearse a scene, and they could hire me to rehearse a scene with them, or hire me to audition with them, and I'll just read the sides while they're doing it and filming it.
They hire you?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So it's really cool now.
That's awesome.
So I'll do the audition, and then I'll load it onto the apps, and it goes to casting director. And then usually what happens, like the student films I was in, the beginning of the scene, there was Chef's Calling, Power, and then Heresy.
Chef's Calling.
Chef's Calling. I played a sous chef that was an asshole dick. And then Power, I played a coach that was an asshole, racist dick. And then I played.
So you're saying you have a type?
I have a type now. We'll talk about that too. That's why I cut my hair. And then Heresy, this is the type that was like, hey, okay. I played a washed up old
Asshole
rock star.
dick.
Rock star that was drugged out.
Yeah, so
I was
same thing.
Yeah, so I broke out some of my old wardrobe back when I first started in the band and everything.
That should have been an easy role for you.
It
Like,
was.
just act like, what I'd normally do and then just be on drugs.
The hard part was getting my holes in my ears. I had to re-pierce them to wear the earring. I was like, hey, one's still pierced, okay.
I would have the fake.
But I still had my old wardrobe and everything.
That's
It's
awesome.
like, hey, cool. Break out the leather jacket. But anyway, I filmed and sent to them, and they're like, hey, we want you to do a virtual audition. So then we set up a time to do on Zoom. And then
Zoom audition?
Yeah, and we sit there and I talked with the director and the casting, and then we just did it. They're like, okay, which is much easier than recording because I get to act with somebody a little bit more.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, try it this way. Try it this way.
You're acting at the camera.
Yeah.
Not just like an open room like, no,
Yeah.
fuck you, Vinny.
Yeah, it's just a laptop, just go on Zoom. And it's like, okay. So I have the script here, and then they're like, okay, well, let's go through these sides and stuff. And
do
then
you stare at the person or do you stare at the camera? How does that
stare
work?
at the camera.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like,
Because
okay.
they want the intensity. It's all in the eyes,
Yeah.
everything. You got to
Or-
sell that shit.
Yeah, and they'll play the other part. He's like, okay, like I'm Betty. It's like, okay, Betty, all right.
Fuck
and then,
you, Betty.
But I gotta make sure I don't have the sides there, so I'm actually acting and stuff. And they're like, okay, do this like you're pissed off at the world. Okay, here's a pissed
Do it
off.
like you're sad.
Yeah, and then it was cool because one of them on, I think it was Power. We went through like a sad, do one as you're mad, and then the last one they're like, okay, do it like the most angry you've ever been in your life, like you just want to kill somebody. We want to see your worst
Like
menacing
screaming.
stuff. Yeah, but I went, I fucking hate you.
Oh, you did it low.
I fucking hate you.
You
And
snapped.
just like menacing stuff. And they were like, okay, that's pretty cool. I was like, okay, I just everything in me. So we did that, and then it was like, okay, you got the gig. We want you to be coach.
Awesome.
And then we went and did rehearsals on Zoom. And so we did Zoom with all the cast and everything
You don't
there.
even have to go to the damn place. That's so wild.
And some of the films we don't even rehearse. Not even student films, like SAG films and stuff like that. There's no rehearsal. It's just like we need you there.
There's no table read. You just show up and do the work. Damn.
Some of them, no. So a lot of them, like if there is table reads, you're talking like the big budget films that will do table read stuff. But a lot of the mid budget or smaller stuff, or like the Lifetimes and TVs and stuff.
Well, I mean, what even is that these days? Like $1 million. What's like a budget on a small film anymore?
Million or less, probably.
Really?
Yeah, or 500,000 less, like micro budget. But they'll send you the scripts and everything, and they'll say, okay, we need you here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's like, okay, show up. And I haven't met any of the other actors I'm acting with. I got my sides.
Yeah, you just show up and start doing the job, right? You just play the role as what they said they like. Do the sad one, okay?
Yeah, and there's some where like, okay, here's your script. And I was like, oh, I got a script. It's like, no, here's your new script.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
revisions.
fuck.
Yeah. Well, the writers had a dream, and now you're on acid the whole time. So you got to change the whole thing. Good luck.
And you're on in 10 minutes. It's like, oh fuck, I'll be right back. Let's go rehearse. Which is cool. I love acting. I love it. I love being around the whole thing.
I'm enthralled with the whole process of filmmaking.
Yeah.
I should have did acting. But I like see, that's my problem. I like it all. I want to do stand-up comedy. I want to be an actor. I want to play music. I want to do every fucking thing there is to do, and I have no time for any of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm the exact same way. And that's why I got into it.
I want to 100% before I do like bucket lists, want to make a short film so bad.
Do it.
So bad.
I think you know somebody that is pretty good with the camera.
I know a couple people.
Sitting over there trying to be.
I know a couple people.
But yeah, so you should.
I want to.
I'm kind of the same way, and that's how I got into acting. I love movies. I'm a movie junkie. I love them. And I was in LA, and I was bored. I had a couple days off on a project that I was doing, my day job stuff, and I was like, in LA,
might as well.
That's the
fucking spot.
Yeah, let me see if there's something. And I picked up the backstage, and was looking, and they were looking for background on a film, and so I messaged them and was like, hey, I'm available. Like, can you be here 8:00 in the morning at this address? I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay. I was like, cool. So I showed up, and it was a John Cho film. Harold and Kumar, Lieutenant Sulu on the Star Trek.
Yeah.
John Cho. And it was one of his films. And that was the bar I was talking about earlier, where I just sat at the bar for 10 hours, and they only showed 2 seconds. That was it. They're like, you're a bar patron. And I sat there for about 7 hours, and then because they did this angle and then this angle, and watching them, because they had these B actors there too, bouncing lines, and they were spot on, like every time spot on. And then John Cho, the actor, every scene was like, line. Okay.
Yeah.
He's line.
Busy,
yeah. Fuck. What is it? And it was like, dude, you suck.
But
he's a good actor. Yeah, he could sell it. So they did all these views, and then they came back and like, hey, we like the way you look. You want to be the chef back here? It's like, yeah. So then they got me being the chef. So I played being a sous chef and stuff. I was like, this is pretty fun. And you get free food. The musician in me was like, free food.
Free food.
Yeah. I was like, I could do this. And I didn't see the film. The film, they changed the name, and it wasn't until like 2 years ago I finally found it.
No shit.
And then I was like, oh, hey, there's that film. And then I saw my head for 2 seconds. But after that, I was like, everywhere I went, hey, they do filming in Oregon. They do filming in Atlanta. So
everywhere nowadays.
I got the apps and stuff, and I'm like, Hollywood.
And Atlanta's pretty close.
Atlanta, there's a lot. I've done more in like Austin and New Orleans and stuff like that. There's a lot
Orleans
here.
Like crazy now.
Yeah, there's a lot here now. So Arkansas is starting to become big, which is good.
That is cool.
So yeah, and then after that, I just started, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And I started applying, but the long hair kind of put me in a little
too much of a category. Too much of a box.
I was typecast.
Yeah.
Where I was the rocker or the biker or the bartender or stuff like that, and I couldn't get out of that.
The degenerate deadbeat type.
Yeah. I got a military role only because I shaved underneath here. And I was there was like 60, it was that Jennifer Lawrence film. There were 60 military looking people on the set, and then me with my long hair. And I just pulled it up in a bun and put a cover on.
Oh, okay.
And carried a rifle and stuff, which was pretty funny. But in 2020, I decided, fuck it, I'm going to shave it. I need to get more roles.
Branch out, get more roles. Yeah.
Now I get the asshole boyfriend, the asshole husband.
Typecast is one thing, right into another, baby.
Yeah. So
they call me Typecast Tony in the streets.
Exactly. But I get more. I've got more speaking parts since I've cut it.
That's dope.
Which is.
I mean, that's what you want, right? Being a background actor's fine, but.
Yeah.
I come from theater.
And that was hard for me because being on stage, I forget my song lyrics all the fucking time.
Do you?
I have a teleprompter. I built a teleprompter.
Nice.
It's just my laptop and like a little computer on a floor monitor because I forget lyrics. My ADHD, I'll be sitting there playing and I'm like, yeah.
You'd be like, I didn't do laundry last night. And then you're like, wait, where are we?
Yes.
Shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That happens all the time.
Got the same problem, bro.
Yep. So I have a teleprompter and you add alcohol to that and then the 40 pedals on my pedal board and everything. I can't.
Have you seen that meme? It's like my band and all our gear going to the shits in airplane. And then it's the airplane taking off. It's me walking on stage to play the gig. And then the third panel is all the people that are supposed to be on the plane on the staircase. And it says, all my lyrics and knowledge of music, and they're all just
haven't
stuck
seen
there, like you left it in the back of the room, and you're going on stage. You're like, oh shit,
Yep, pretty much.
yeah. Imposter syndrome,
big time.
so real.
I have it so hard.
It's
so
so
hard.
I don't have it in the moment, but like in between everything, I'm like, what am I doing up here?
Yeah.
This is fucking just insane.
And what's fucked up is one show I got roofied. I don't know if we talked about it on the other podcast.
I don't think we talked about that.
Oh, okay. That was a Vino show. I got roofied.
Dang.
We played an hour and 15 minutes. I only remember 2 songs. But,
Whoa.
yeah. But I remember the lyrics, kind of, sort of. It sounded like shit. I've seen some videos. Oh, it was, there's pleasure. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? And then, like, we break.
Everyone's
then,
like, this guy's a drunk asshole.
yeah, it was bad.
Oh, damn.
It was.
Spawn into that asshole role again.
And who? Hell Camino played with us.
Yo, shout out Lefty.
Yeah, they're my buddies. They're my
Riff.
bros.
That dude's a riff lord.
I'm a huge Hell Camino fan.
They're fun to play with.
Yeah, they're a blast. And played with them. And I think even and we're friends. I think when we came off the stage and was like outside, they were kind of looking at me. I remember that a little bit, but yeah, it was a screwed up show. And we think it was somebody that was working there because I only had 2 drinks that night. It was our album release show, and I had a beer that I got from Vino's.
Sure.
Got a beer in a mug, and I'm sitting there talking to a friend of mine at a table, and I'll leave my beer there, go talk to some buddies and stuff, and then come back, grab my beer, and then I'm walking around, and then I have my rum and coke that I always had every show that I brought, and I had that on my amp, and I mixed it myself, and then
you just blacked out.
and then so I remember I'm
What
sitting
the
there
fuck?
talking to my friend, and she's like, hey, shouldn't you be on stage? I'm like, what? And it started getting fuzzy, and all the guys are on stage, and usually we all walk up together again, but they're already, Glenn's on the drum set, Blake's on the
They're waiting
bass,
on
and I'm
you.
like, the fuck? Okay, so I get up, and as I'm walking up the steps, I start realizing I shouldn't be doing this. Everything's fuzzy, and it's like it just hit. I went and grabbed my guitar, and as soon as I grabbed my guitar, I'm like, I don't need to be doing this.
Man.
Something's not right. And I walk up to the mic, and I look at my teleprompter, and it's just a green blob. Not even words, it's just a blob. I'm like, fuck. And I look back at Glenn, and he's going, go, start.
Yeah.
He'd already played our sample that starts
Oh,
the show,
shit.
and I'm like, he's like,
That's
go.
fucking terrible.
And
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
okay. So I remember starting our first song. I played it, and then the next thing I remember is Blake looking at me and going like that, and I'm like, okay. And I start playing the second song, and then next thing I remember is the sound guy, I can't remember who was sound guy that night, goes, okay, last song. I'm like, the fuck last song?
Played the whole set.
What the hell? And I look at Glenn. He's like, just go, start. I'm like, no, why is he saying
They're having
last
to
song?
start
This
you
is
for
our
the
show. I was pissed. It was like, this is our album show.
Dude,
What?
this is
We
crazy.
only 3
What the
songs.
fuck?
And he's like, just fucking play it. And he starts playing. And then I remember being outside talking to Lefty, outside on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then I remember being out front doing an interview on camera.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Where I was talking about
Oops.
God is black matter and black energy. And
Oh,
I've seen
shit.
it. I was going, because they asked, what do you think about God? Because a couple of my songs talk about God and
Sure.
stuff. I was like, well, God is actually dark matter and dark energy. And if you
Oh.
take the universe and the electrons and stuff, and I start going off
Dude.
science and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I remember being in the drive-thru at Taco Bell with my drummer driving, and that's when I
thank
woke
God.
up.
Oh, you just woke up the next day?
No, I woke up right there in
Oh, you
Taco
woke up
Bell.
right-
I was like, the fuck just happened, dude? He's like, you want your burrito? I'm like, where are we?
We're going to have a talk when we get home. You've been insane tonight.
Everybody thought I was plastered the whole night. And I was like,
Yeah,
dude, I
yeah.
only had 2 drinks. I've drank a lot more than that on stage.
Right.
I've seen videos where, and they told me about it too. The first song I went to sing, and it was just vocals sucked, but my muscle memory, guitar was
Yeah.
perfect.
Whoa.
And I was like, I can't even play guitar that well sober, and it just like jammed.
Dude, there's something
And-
about getting fucked up to play guitar. We do it in
Yeah.
one of our bands, and I'm way better at it when I'm feeling loosey-goosey.
I know it's weird.
It's weird.
And then
Dude, that's an insane story. I don't know if people that work there would do that, but
I don't. All we could think of is either somebody
because that's a serious fucking. They're very anti
never
that
a
stuff.
Vino's. Yeah. But that's the only thing is either somebody, because there's a bunch of people we never haven't seen before there.
I guess
somebody that was pissed off.
It
at
only
me
takes 2 seconds, man. Like when you left it alone for those, if it was a second, see the video where the guy can just, have it in his fucking fingernail and just scrape it off into your drink.
I was probably away from a minute, and I trust her. It wasn't her.
Might not have been her at all.
It could have been me walking around.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then
it's that fast.
So somebody pissed off at me.
Yeah.
But one of the videos I saw where
that's wild, man.
I was freaking out on stage because I started going, who the hell's vaping on stage? Who's vaping on our show and stuff like that? And it was our fog machine. Yeah. And I turned around. I was like, who the fuck's vaping, man? What the fuck? I was like, oh my God.
Dude, that's crazy.
It was crazy. I just remember those bits and pieces. But we played 13 songs. And I only remember
fucking parts
of the first 2 and then the beginning of the last.
Whoa.
I don't remember. I've sat there on my couch trying to go, come on, remember something. And I can't. And I have an insane memory. Hell, I remember DOS from a Commodore 64. And I cannot remember anything about that show.
That's fucking nuts.
So it had to be, that was the only thing.
Somebody got you. Yeah, it seems like
it didn't work.
I've only ever seen somebody like roofied one other time, and it was very much like that. Just wild, just out there. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't
what the fuck is happening right now?
And it
get
sucks.
you to safety.
I don't even know what the intent was, what the purpose of.
Just to fuck you up, maybe. Some people, I think it's just for fun. They're like, ha ha ha, like it's a joke to them.
Piss
or something.
somebody off or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it was anybody that like intent from Vino's, because Vino's were awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't think that at all. That doesn't seem right.
But it was like it could have been somebody that was working there. Could have been just somebody there. Who knows?
Seems like it'd probably be somebody that came. Just
yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't know. It was weird.
That's man. Fuck.
And since then, bring my own shit.
Yeah,
I'll drink y'all shit. That's different. But yeah,
Kurt, did you take the roofies out of the water? Didn't you? Oh shit!
Double it. I've already had 1 dose. I need double now.
I intoxicated. Yeah, my tolerance is up. My roofland tolerance is through the roof.
Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, it shows like if people bring up shots and stuff like that, I won't.
You just roofie yourself to build up a tolerance, so you know when you've been roofied, so you can catch them.
It's like the Princess Bride. I take the poison all the time.
The poison, yeah.
That's inconceivable.
The people who do the snake bites, so they can build a tolerance to snake venom. Yeah.
No. I won't do that. I won't do that. But yeah, so there's been some crazy shows. God, now I'm having flashbacks to some of the crazy shows.
I drank myself blacked out for a podcast. It's still up. You can go listen to it. It's 4 hours long.
That's what sucks about technology.
I'm just rambling.
Now there's evidence of all our shit.
Well, I didn't have to put it up. I chose to put it up because I thought it was hilarious.
That's cool.
Like, I fucking got so drunk. I don't remember any of it. Still to this day, I don't have a single memory from the whole day is gone. Just erased.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's been years now. It's like 4 years ago.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
It's crazy, and I still don't remember any of it. I've listened to the podcast once, and I was like, this is fucking terrible. But hilarious.
You put it on. That's commendable, man. That's awesome.
Well, I was like, well, it was the early days, too, so we were only getting like 50 like listons. And it was 50 people I knew. You know, everyone texts me.
So everybody's laughing about it.
They're like, what the fuck?
That's even better.
Like, it's hilarious, right?
That's even better.
Like, you're an idiot.
I like that.
Yeah. I like making fun of myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's good times. Like, I mean, it wasn't anything bad. It was just me drunk as shit, which I'm typically pretty fun. I don't tend to black out and start beating people up. It's the opposite.
Yeah, fortunately, I didn't do that in mine. I
get 10 feet tall, and I'm like, let's jump off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm that kind of guy. When I get drunk, if somebody says, hey, you know what'd be funny? Bam, I'm the guy that does it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. If there's a pull around and a roof nearby, I'm in. Let's go.
I'm too old to do that now.
Not anymore. I don't even barely. This is the most I drink is on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've slowed way down.
If I have 12 beers, I am going to vomit. God. And I'll have more at Shimfo practice, but we're sweating. I leave there stone sober.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you're on stage and you're sweating it all out, you could down a beer and it's gone in like 2 songs. Yeah.
I'll take a beer, maybe 2 beers up on stage and a pitcher of water, finish all of it, and I don't feel anything. I don't even have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I just sweat the whole. I don't feel anything. I'm dead inside. I know I just played a show, but I'm dead inside.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Kurt. I know I just had a really good night. I'm going to go cry in my bathroom about it. What is that thing that used to do that? That cartoon?
What? Yeah.
Not Eeyore, but there was, it's like, he talks kind of like this.
God,
He's real sad. Dopey? No, Eeyore's more like this. Okay, Pooh. I'll do it.
Oh, fine.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The other guy, I like it. Is it
was it?
Droopy? Not Droopy, is it? It is Droopy. Droopy the dog with the big floppy ears?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He was the bell. He was the elevator attendant in the old cartoons.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
We're old kids.
God, now you're going way back. I remember that.
For some reason, when I was little, my dad just showed me all his cartoons, like Felix the Cat.
Oh, God.
And like old shit. Yeah, Popeye.
Yeah.
We just grew up on old cartoons till probably like 89, 90. Then the kids stuff like the Ninja Turtles and shit started popping up.
G.I. Joe and shit. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have cable. Even when everybody had cable, we didn't have cable. You know, parents being cheapskates.
What do you need that for?
Yeah.
Huh?
You got 2 channels?
Yeah.
What, Dad?
There's plenty to watch.
Yeah.
Carson and not Carson.
Yeah. Yeah, while everybody else was watching MTV, I was just like watching PBS.
I mean, you would have been a teenager in the 80s then, right?
Friday? No. 89.
That's when you...
So I was 89. I became a teenager. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So 89, 90.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had like MTV was on cable, but we have Friday night videos or something like that. I would get that
TGIF.
Friday nights, like from 10 to 11. You got an hour of videos, and that's when
like
the videos
music videos.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. And MTV was out, but that was
we had
on.
to have cable for MTV. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we didn't have cable, so I was that old. So and I got all those cartoons too. And my mom was like, "Yeah, watch Felix the Cat and stuff in the mornings and on Saturdays and stuff." And then finally we got cable. And I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Oh yeah, Cartoon Network, baby, it changed your life.
Yeah,
I used to love going to Dallas to see my grandma because she had Cartoon Network and cable, and it was just like, and it would just live. All the TVs in the house.
Yep.
Were on Cartoon Network the whole time we were there.
Yeah, I lived in the country in Cabot. Out kind of Cabot, Lone Oak.
So you've lived in Cabot the whole time?
Yeah, since I was 5. I was born in Little Rock and then lived in Cabot and then moved around since then. But yeah, Cabot. And but my grandma lived in Levy, North Little Rock.
Cabot just became a city like just a few years ago.
Yeah,
it's been Nowheresville forever.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
I still have flashbacks of those days of where it was like
you're pulling into town and you're like, I remember when this was a free turn. You didn't have to look because no one was coming.
Like they're building Chick-fil-A now.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
like,
Y'all are fucked. You're
Chick-fil-A?
doomed.
Yeah, I know it's going to suck.
The traffic is an absolute nightmare.
It already sucks, but but yeah, I was like, God, I remember when we got McDonald's first time, and now we got 3.
I remember when that McDonald's, my mom used to live in Ward.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you'd have to come through there. Yeah. And when they put that McDonald's in, it was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Something.
I went away to football camp in Jonesboro and then came back and there was McDonald's. And everybody in town was like, what the fuck happened? We got McDonald's? We used to have to go to Jacksonville for all that shit. God, I'm dating myself big time. All the listeners now are going.
Remember the strawberry picking field you could go
still
to?
There.
Is it?
Yeah, still
nice.
there.
I haven't been on that side of Cabot in quite some time. And then for a little bit, there was that venue. You remember that venue that was in where it used to be a plant nursery? And then it's right on that same road, right? You make that big long turn, and then there's the strawberry picking field, and the airport's like right at the end there. It was before that.
Yeah. Okay.
It was before that. It was like a 10 building. What the fuck was the name of that place?
Oh, it was like Chuck E. Cheese kind of place.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, that's on the left. This was on the right.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're thinking of. That's in that strip mall that got built. No. This is where the as you're coming around the corner, right after you make that big bend, it was right there on top of that hill because the road's kind of tilted a little bit.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, that place was tight. Did some really cool shows there. That was have been like 2005, 6, 2004, 5, 6 in there.
Oh shit.
It didn't last long, maybe like 2 years, but it was fun.
Okay.
Had a great time in there.
I wasn't in music. I was married doing the working thing.
You were an adult.
Actually, 05, 06 time frame, I was gone 285 days out of the year.
Oh, so you were like full bore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I quit music for a time because I was in punk bands until I got married when I was 23. And then from 23 till I got divorced 12 years later, nothing.
Damn.
Sold all my gear sold a guitar. I had a
So what did you do in the early days? You did?
Yeah, I had a Jag Sting. I sold it for electric bill one time. I had and it was when the Jag Stings came out, the year they came out. Yeah, I had one of the first editions of the Jag Sting.
Like the 90, what would that have been, like
96,
97?
No, 97. Yeah, 97, I think.
Damn,
I sold
dude.
it. So somewhere, I'm hoping if I get to be a famous musician
Sure.
or something, there's a
Find
Jag
it and
Sting
get
out
it
there.
back.
It's got my initials engraved in the headstock because all my guitars, I put a CF in the back of it.
Damn.
So somebody's got, I think it was like
And you know that thing's just
serial
sitting
number
in
of
some
1,000
fucking
or something.
closet, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's kid has it. It was, I bought that from some guy a long time ago.
Yeah, and I love that guitar. It was amazing. But yeah, I sold all my gear. I had 12 guitars and then went down to one.
Down to nothing.
And then finally nothing. Like I got rid of all of them.
Fuck.
And then when I got divorced, the first thing I did was I went straight to Jacksonville Guitar.
Jayville?
Bought a guitar.
Jayville Guitars? Hell yeah.
I bought the Squire and Amp practice pack thing. I was like, I'm fucking back in music. The marriage is gone. I'm back. And then started, and that's when Stays in Vegas started.
I stopped at the tobacco store, got a pack of Camels.
Yeah, I quit smoking then,
Oh,
thankfully.
okay.
But yeah, that same, like the next
Squire and
year
a
before-
Marlboro will make a man out of you.
Yes. God, many a times.
Dude, so many.
But that's how Stays in Vegas started. So,
No shit.
yeah, I started playing guitar again, and then the buddy I was working with at the time at Homeland Security, he was wanting to start a cover band, and I was playing. We were doing nothing, so I was like playing guitar on breaks and stuff. He's like, "Dude, let's start a band." I'm like, "No, I don't want to start. I don't want to play Leonard Skinner and shit."
We're too old for that, bro. We're 31.
Yeah,
I'm calm down.
I'm a punk rocker, man. I'm going back to punk rock. And so he conned me into. He's like, "Okay." Well, he wanted me to play drums first, and I was like, "No, I don't play drums live. I'm a punk drummer too. I could never play like
quick, sloppy, fast. Just,
I'm just bash."
Yeah.
And so then he's like, "Well, let's start. You can be a guitarist." I was like, "Well, I'll make this deal. I'll be in a cover band, but it can only be 90s to now alt rock, hard rock stuff. I will not play Leonard Skinner. I will not play this and this and this.
The oldies, the classic hits.
That everybody else around here,
Yeah,
Mustang Sally and shit, that you always see in Arkansas." He's like, "Deal." And then we started Stays in Vegas. And we did
How about that?
Bush, Nirvana,
Yeah.
311, stuff like that. And I didn't want to sing either. But he's like, "Dude, you got to sing." I was like, "Fuck." Because I could scream Nirvana at the time.
Right.
He's like, "Okay, well, you guys sing." And it just kind of progressed from there. And
Just been going ever since.
yeah, been going.
How
Finally,
about
that was in 2011. 2014, he quit. And I was like, "Well, I don't have to be a cover band anymore. I have these
writing
original
some
songs.
Yeah.
And I got a new drummer, and my bass player at the cover band was still there. I was like, "Dude, let's go record some." And we went to Blue Chair in Cabot, Austin, and recorded our first album.
Hell
And
yeah.
that was Stays in Vegas, and it's just been going ever since.
Are y'all still do both though, right? It's still covers and
Yeah, we still do
originals.
some covers in
Yeah.
there because, you go to Lawton, Oklahoma, and nobody knows you, and you
Right.
play all your songs, and everybody's like, eh. So we'll throw in some Nirvana. We did a cover of Dishwalla's County Blue Cars
sure.
that we actually recorded and did a video for and everything.
I only started doing covers recently, and I used to be so anti, like, no, originals only, and now I'm like, shit's pretty dope.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun because
and
everybody knows it. It's
Everybody
like,
knows it. It hooks
they
the
sing
crowd
along.
in.
It's fun,
Yeah, you do a couple of your songs, and then you hook the crowd
and
in.
you feel like it's got some extra shit in there.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is pretty cool.
But we all made a deal. We will not do any, like if we do Nirvana, we're not doing Come As You Are, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
The fucking top radio.
We're not doing
platinum
those.
No, you got to do the B-sides, man.
yeah.
That's their best shit anyway.
And stuff like nobody does, like we'll do Scotty Doesn't Know. Like we do that.
Of course. Fucking Matt Damon.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do some weird stuff that people don't do a lot.
Yeah.
Helmet. We'll try to throw some in there.
I haven't heard that band name in a long
Exactly.
time. Helmet.
We're throwing some Silverchair in there.
Oh,
'cause
cool.
Nobody,
Silverchair.
But not Tomorrow or anything like that.
But it's not. You're not doing like these like just only cover sets, right?
No.
Gotcha.
Like if, of course, when we play Midtown or some of these places, and we got to play 4 hours.
Bar band stuff.
We have 40 original songs now since
shit.
we've been that long.
Yeah.
But 40 original songs, you're losing everybody because they don't know you.
Right.
You know, so you got to throw in a mix. We'll do a couple originals and then like 3 or 4 covers and a couple originals.
It's a good mix.
Yeah. So you hook some people and then they're vibing. Okay, throw them one of yours.
Keep the vibe in. Right. Hey,
and then
keep it up. Here's
once
one,
you see them
like
start
it.
going to grab a beer or something, then okay, let's go back to a cover.
And you sell merch and shit too, so like that helps. Dope.
Yeah. So, and if we do like Vinos, we'll throw in maybe 2 covers. Yeah. You know, 3 covers, something like that. Yeah. Because we like doing it too. We're music fans, and it's cool and depending on the vibe, if it's like everybody's jamming out,
the power of the cover is something I used to shit on, and I was wrong. I was bad wrong. This shit is dope. When we do that cover show, people go the fuck off. Yeah.
It's cool seeing other people's interpretations of those covers.
And it's like your buddies. If you're buddies with them, it's even more fun, I think.
Yeah.
Because everybody's in on the thing.
Yeah, and it's cool too because one of our album shows, I think Kurt, you shot it, but we pulled like buddies up. Hey, we're doing a Nirvana show. David, you want to come up here and sing it? We do Green Day, you know, and he loves Green Day. It's like, okay, we'll come up and sing on it. So now you can pull other bands, buddies, and stuff up.
Letting other people sing is the best shit in the world. Yeah.
And we do. John Axel from Void Shifter.
The first time it happens, though, does not blow your fucking mind. Mm-hmm. We put our record out, and I didn't think nothing of it. And we played the hit. We have like the one hit.
Yeah.
And everyone was singing it back the last time we played, and I was like, oh my goodness.
It's kind of trippy. Or when you go into, where was it? Area 51. I was sitting in Area 51 watching another band, and all of a sudden her song kind of come on. They're playing on the speakers. I'm like, holy shit, that's one of mine. They're playing one of our songs.
Oh, nice.
It was one we don't even play live. I'm like, oh shit.
You hear your own music in the wild. Now that's weird.
Or
on the radio.
The first time that ever happened, I was in Kansas. And I was in Kansas City, or a little small town out of Kansas, somewhere around there, and was teaching a class on my day job, a hazmat class I was teaching. And mention my band and stuff like that because I'll mention it and I'll put a website on my slideshow and say, hey, if anybody's a guitarist, talk to me.
You're the guy dropping mixtapes in the
McDonald's. Man. Promote that shit anywhere you go.
Be a fucking fan of yourself. Hey,
exactly.
Be a fucking. If you're not a fan of your own shit, then what the fuck are you doing? I'll preach. I comment on all my posts. I share everything. Fuck it.
What's the point of doing it if you're like, oh, I don't want to share it?
I'm going to hype my own shit up. Fuck you, I'll do it. Yeah.
So on my site, because it's got an intro slide where I have to introduce myself. And
you're in front of a bunch of new people all the time. Yeah. That's great.
And it's business people and stuff. But still, I'm like, hey, I'm Chris. I'm in a blah, 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 blah. And then at the bottom, I'm like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm in a band. Buy our album. Here's a website. Hint, hint, hint. And then I go, I'm just kidding. But still.
Put a QR code at the end of all the papers. They can just scan with their phone.
Oh, shit. That's going to happen now. Every slideshow. Here we're talking about hazmat and stays in Vegas. But
scan here for information. Scan here for a good time.
But it's actually paid off because Indianapolis. I was there and was teaching a week-long class. I mentioned, hey, any guitarist in the want to talk guitar shop on break, and on break, guy came up and he's like, hey man, I play guitar. It's like, okay, cool. And we start talking. He's in a band and stuff.
Love it.
The band called Battle out of Ohio, and he's like, actually, we're playing a show this Thursday night if you want to come.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's my favorite.
Yeah. So go watch their show, and they open for King's X. Nice. So I got to watch them and then King's X and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, shit, while I was there teaching. But I was in Kansas, and I mentioned that, and then on break, somebody comes up and goes, hey, man, I've heard of you guys. Like, no, you haven't.
That's awesome.
And this is like the early days. Our first single came out. So this is like 2014, 2015, our first single, myself. And I was like, no, you haven't, because the name of the band Stays in Vegas. A lot of people say that. They're like, hey, I think I've heard of you guys. It's like, no, you haven't. You've heard of what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but that's the point of it. It's
the
catchy.
Trickery, yeah.
It's trickery. He goes, no, I've heard of you guys. It's like, no, you haven't. But thanks, I appreciate it. He's like, no, you guys are played on the radio here. I'm like, what? And there was actually a college radio station there that had our single, and they were playing it every once in a while. And he showed me the website. He's like, yeah, go check it out. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in Kansas, and you've heard of me. Wow, that's cool. Yeah. So that was kind of a...
Thanks, Internet.
Yeah, thanks, Internet. Thanks CD Baby, because they put it out there.
Oh shit, CD Baby. Whoa.
Yeah. Thanks, the man. Yeah, so that's cool when you hear people sing stuff back or get letters back from people. They're like, "Hey, your
fucking letters."
Your
we just got our first piece of fan art, and I was blown the fuck
awesome.
away.
That's awesome.
Blown away. I sent it to the group chat. Both the guys were like, "Holy fuck!" I was immediately like, "We have to make a T-shirt, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got to make a T-shirt."
What I like, and we crack about this all the time, when we get people commenting on our YouTube and stuff like that. We've gotten some weird comments before, and we're still trying to find out who it is.
Oh, we get them. Yeah, we've got some doozies, brother.
There was one, I can't remember what, I think it was our Sanity video, but anyway, the comments are gone, which sucks because we left them up there. But one was like, "Hey, this is a great song, except for 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Could really use a tuning pedal." And that's when I do my guitar solo, is that 2 minutes, 18 seconds. And somebody's like, "Yeah, great song, awesome video, but really use a tuning pedal."
Engineers in there going, "I hear it. It's off by 1/16 of an octave, bro."
No, it's just somebody fucking with us.
Gotcha.
The band is great, but the vocals sound really like Betty White or something.
Betty White. You sound like an old bitch.
It's the hecklers that are being funny about it. But
yeah.
It's like, okay, that's
They make you famous, though. That's the best comments you can get, or the hateful ones.
Oh, we love them. Yeah, I was cracking up about them. But now they're, I guess the user
It just makes people click more, I think. They see, like, this is stupid. And everybody goes, "Why is it stupid?" And they listen.
I want to watch more.
And then half of them are like, "This is stupid." And then the other half are like, "It's all right. It's fine. I don't know what y'all are bitching about," you know? Then there's a war in the comment section. That's what you really want.
Yes.
Because now they're driving up your fucking engagement like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. If you can create drama, man, everybody loves drama.
Worst. That's why I try not to do it on here. I did it one time, and it was our most viewed episode for 3 straight years until we finally got like a really good get, and his name power did more for the.
What drama can I start?
None. God, please no.
No,
it's the worst.
I won't do that to you.
We're local, man. Everybody can just come up to me in public.
Well, now I got the roofie story out there. I could say, "Hey, I was just roofied." I mean, it wasn't really me saying that.
Rooflin. What's rooflin? Roofies. The Hangover.
Oh, God. Speaking of stays in Vegas, yeah. Black Doug.
So what punk bands were you in? What era was this? The 90s?
Yeah. It was early 90s, 91, 92, 93. I was in
right in the hype of the grunge era, punk era, like
Nirvana just coming out right early before Nirvana.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in
like
some
late 80s, early 90s.
Wannabe hair metal bands, but not hair metal,
Nice.
and then it switched to grunge. So I guess the first band I was in 92. And that was called Frontal Exposure.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It was just me and my best friend, and he played drums, and I played guitar.
Did y'all play in trench coats?
No, we should have. Fuck, Wild Stallions rule.
Wild Stallions.
We thought about doing that on a drum head, putting like Wild Stallions and shit. Or on our banner that comes down, just folds down, and Wild Stallions on it, just stays in Vegas. Now I was in Frontal Exposure.
Just playing house shows and shit. Old school.
We didn't even play
shows.
shows.
No, you didn't even play shows.
We just played in my garage.
Tell your friends to come over.
Yeah, that was the first band I was ever in. And then I was in a band called Grip. We played a couple shows like Jacksonville Festival. I think it was called the Muscadines and Mums Festival. That's what it was.
Okay.
It was before it was Festiville.
Shout out Muscadine wine. This shit is delicious.
Yeah, very good. That's my favorite. And then Three Dogs and One Bone was the last band I was in before I quit. And that was here in Little Rock. One of the guys worked at Stonehenge Music.
Was it Barry?
Oh,
Ellis?
fuck.
Barry Ellis? I fucking love Barry,
I don't remember.
He played in bands.
Yeah, there was...
long hair, kind of tall, skinny.
That was all of them.
Was kind of everybody back
Played
then.
an instrument.
Played an instrument.
Had eyes.
Had strings on it.
No, I can't remember any of the guys.
10 fingers.
I was only in it for like a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was the rhythm guitarist in that one.
I used to live in that fucking store.
Oh, me too.
Live in there.
I remember I wrote a hot check to Stonehenge Music.
You motherfucker.
For Frontal Exposure.
Oh,
it was
man.
that's how we got our drums in the, I got a
Dude,
PV
hot
amp.
checked for a fucking drum
Yeah,
set.
and an amp. Went in there and wrote a hot shit. Knew it was hot.
Was it a Crate GFX 12?
Yes, it was a Crate amp. Oh my God. It was.
Yes.
I forgot all about that. And then it was like a Pearl drum set for Ted, my best friend.
Pearl export. Fucking.
I don't even remember. We got it. And then the dude that was always worked it, this was the one on JFK.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Wasn't the Geyer one. Whoever always was there. 3 days later, hey, man, your check bounced. It's like, what? Really? Oh, shit. He's like, bring the shit back.
Yeah.
Just bring it back. Like, okay, man.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was
you
like,
did the right thing.
Okay. Took it all back up there and didn't even have dents on the heads even yet. I mean, we played a couple times. It was just 3 days. Gave it all back to him. I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, it's all right. Nothing, just gave the shit back. And
he's like, this happens literally every week.
Yeah. And I came back like a couple weeks later. I was like, can I buy that with cash, like the amp? He's like, cash? You can't write a check now. I was like,
well, at least he was cool and let you come back in the store. Could have been just, get the fuck out.
I know.
And back then, it was slim pickings for music. I mean, you had that and Rowan's and Bryant and Jayville guitars, and that was about it.
Yep.
And everything was crazy priced. Dude, that's the one thing. It sucks because Guitar Center drove literally all three of those out of business, but man, their prices were just insane back then.
I think I got a used. Anything I got was used except for the Jag Sting. Jag Sting I actually got at Quattlebaum's in Searcy.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was $900.
Yeah.
And that was back then.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can get them for like $1,200. But
that's fucking now. That's 30 years later. Yeah.
So it was crazy.
The prices, I just remember the pricing being fucking ludicrous back in the day.
Yeah.
You'd have to work for 2-3 weeks just to get an amp. You're a kid, you live at home, so you're saving all your money, but still you're working that long just to get something.
I mean, shit, at a pawn shop, I got a PV 4x12 cab. And it was $500.
Ours were Crate GFX 8s, our first amps, and they were so fucking shitty. We had to build a shelf to put them at head level so we could fucking hear them over the drum set.
Oh my God, yeah. Not even have a PA or anything like
fucking
that.
no. It was another guitar amp.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you go to Radio Shack, remember? And they had those microphones with the cord was on it already.
Yep. I had I think it was a Crate 2x12. I don't even remember what it was. It was like a used one, and that was the vocal guitar amp.
Oh, absolutely.
No. I had a little practice amp at one time, too. It was like just a 110 or 1.8.
And our first recording was a Foztex. Do you remember these fucking things?
Yes.
It was the first version of the all-in-one. Yes, the Foztex 4. Yep. And you had to do 4 channels. So you'd put 4 microphones around the drums. Be like, all right, you can hear everything. Cool. Play the drums. Yep. And then you'd have to bounce all that down into one track. Now you have 3 tracks.
Yep.
You can do 2 guitars. And if you really wanted to get smart, you'd play the guitars at the same time and then bounce those down into a track. Then you got bass and vocal.
Yeah.
So you could do a whole record in 4 tracks. It was such the process. And then we got a computer. And we had a Rogue 12-channel PA head.
Oh, shit.
That we fucking stereo. Right. So left and right out, right? So left and right out dongle that would put that into a stereo TRS cable. Plug that into that. Then go down and step that down into a TRS 1/8-inch jack.
We're technical.
And plug that into the computer, the sound card,
shit.
Stock sound card on a fucking stock PC.
Oh my God.
And do
like a sound blaster sound card.
And we would use Cakewalk.
Oh shit.
Yeah, remember Cakewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, y'all were technical. Dude. I didn't even get that far with
it. And we would have to EQ everything, right? So you only had mid-high, low, and volume.
Yeah.
So, and we had went online, Musician's Friend, and got Natty. Do you remember Natty microphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
We bought 8 of those,
Yeah.
8 cables, 8 mic stands. We're like, dude, I can't believe we're going to be able to record our own shit. And we would have to set everything up. These are all vocal mics for a whole drum kit. We'd mic everything and turn the fucking, like you'd have to do a take. You couldn't, there was no, what's that, like where it's like in real time instrument.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where you can hear it as you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to do it, go, no, this is bad, turn that down, do another take. Oh, now this is fucked up. Oh, I can hear the snare and the drum mic. Go put that over there. No cut paste. None of that.
Yeah.
And takes a day just to make sure the microphones are good. Then you'd record.
Yeah.
And, man. And then we ended up paying a fucking guy to record it anyway because we couldn't figure it out good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a 4-track that I would just do like demos and stuff, and I found all my old tapes like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know, I kept them. They were in the attic, but I had a box of just cassette tapes of all of those where I did like bits and pieces.
Oh, and Boyd's music. Do you remember Boyd's? He became Sigler later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. His son. I can't remember his name. Whatever Boyd. We just called him Boyd.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if I ever even knew his real first name, but his son.
Yeah.
I think it was Bob Boyd's music.
Okay, yeah.
And so his son still lived with his mom, but his bedroom was a recording studio. That's where my first band made their first record.
Okay.
And we did it on ADAT tapes.
Yep. My first recording was at Blue Chair Studios.
Uh-huh.
But this was
with
94. Darren? Yeah, it was. He just opened it.
Wow. So it was in the old building, the shed.
Yeah, the shed.
Uh-huh.
Studio 2, where we recorded our first album with Daniel in Studio 2, the shed. And then I was talking to Darren because he came in and mixed it, and he recognized one of the songs. I took one of the songs from early in '94 and redid it.
Oh,
and he's like, "Did you do this song here before?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! How'd you know that?"
Memory.
He
That's
remembered the riff. He remembered the riff.
Crazy.
I'm like, holy shit! But then we got to like looking at everything. He's like, dude, I think you were one of the first ones to record here because it's '94 when he opened it. I just recorded 3 songs, went in a day and did them all myself. Did the drums, did the bass, and everything, and it was on ADAT.
Wow.
Because I asked him, I was like, hey, can you get those? He's like, I got that shit in this storage somewhere. I don't even think I got the ADAT player anymore.
Oh,
but
the tapes are probably melted.
Yeah.
They've probably been sitting in the heat for 20 years.
Yeah, I was like, well, if you ever go out to the warehouse, I'll pay you to put them on digital, like MP3 for me or something like that. I guess he never went out there, but I need to
it's
holler at
fucking
him.
selling it now.
I still got the cassette.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Crazy. It's like 250 grand. I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah.
But
He's still working out there. He was recording this weekend.
they're probably gonna do it till he sells it.
Yeah. Which is great sound and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
The first album we recorded there, and then our second album.
I was in a band called Raleigh. We did out there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did my solo album out there too, most of it, and then half of the second album I started it, and then the band, like, people left and stuff, and then Glenn came on and stuff like that. So our second album was 4 studios. 3 studios, 4 producers.
So you think you are Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, 4 drummers. Took over a year. Like I did part of it at Blue Chair. I did one song at another studio I tried out. It was weird. I did drums on one song, and then it was messed up. But then the last part of it we did at Wolfman, and just fell in love with Tedford and the studio. And we didn't even have to take gear. It was just like, okay, I don't want to run through the Vox and this and this.
Oh yeah,
I took
he's
my
got a
gear.
plethora of shit to choose from.
Yeah. This our third album. We started it with like I wanted it on my amps. Let's do that. We did a couple of songs, and then we went back like a handful of months later to listen to them. I'm like, I don't like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
It was on my amps. Fuck it. I don't even take a guitar anymore.
I just play his shit.
I just walk in and it's like, what do we got? And just go and pick up a guitar.
I love
off the
his
wall.
bass. That black one, it's fucking mint. Oh my god.
Everything there is just
Lame
like
Johnny
this.
talked about doing, because he can do it live.
Yeah.
It's like the only place you can go and do it in the fucking room. I mean, you can do that at Darren's, but you're not at each other.
Yeah.
You know, you can do that at Blue Chair, but it's kind of like it's tougher because they're behind the drummer and shit.
Yeah, and it's a good sound. Blue Chair's a good sound. It's got good sound quality, but it's really good for like.
But you can record too, and that is
Yeah.
like the video.
Wolfman, you leave there with master quality sounding. Like all the comments we get on all our songs from Wolfman, it's like the sound production, sound quality is amazing.
Well, he's doing. I mean, he's putting like a master chain essentially on the end of that thing, isn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
But it's not like we spend a day mastering or anything like that.
Right. He's doing it like in real time.
Are you done with them? It's like, yeah, we're done. He's like, okay, I'm going to master them. I was like, okay, and then it gets done and
bounce it down and here you go.
But everything, even in his mix and stuff, he's just a really amazing producer. And
that's where Zash just did. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're the new kids on the block. They just did their EP there. Sounds fucking fantastic.
Really? Yeah, I love everything that comes out of there. And
Raw.
He's got good vision too. Like I trust that he won't sit there and go, yeah, it sounds good. Stuff is like dude, what do you think? He's like, I wouldn't do it, but if you want to do it, go for it. It's like, okay, fuck it, trash it.
Like the critic, it stinks.
Yeah. He'll be honest about it, but
a little pitchy there, Chris.
Yeah.
A little pitchy.
do you really want to be doing that? No.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
And me being critical of my stuff, there's been a few where I'm like, no, I want to trash it. He's like, sounds good, man. It's like, really? It's like, no, seriously, it sounds good. It's
Yeah.
like,
God, it's the worst. Dude,
Okay,
I fucking hate studios, man. I don't want headphones on. I just want to play the shit in a room. You record it, and then we go, okay, good. If
Yeah.
I felt good, it's good.
yeah.
Yeah. I want it as raw as humanly possible.
So some of the songs, yeah. But there's a few where now I'm to the point of, I really want to focus on it. And I think that's why this album's taking
Getting
so long.
older.
Maybe getting older, or just because I put out so much that I'm really critical about, that I'm like, okay, we just rushed that. I don't want to rush it this time. I want to really focus on it, and let me get a good sound, and I really want us to go to the next level. With our songs and stuff.
I get that.
There's a few songs like the punk songs. I'm like, dude, just plug it right into the mixer and let's
Hell,
rock
fucking
the
yeah.
fuck out.
That's the only way to do that.
That's punk.
Yeah.
But then we got some of our rock songs. I'm like, I really want it to be kind of commercial sounding. I don't want to too much, but
Well, if you're trying to sell a fucking thing and make something,
Exactly.
you have to. It's
Exactly.
not, even if you don't want to, that don't fucking matter. Because if you don't, you're not playing the game. And if you don't play the game, you don't get to be in the fucking ball field.
and that's what I tell everybody. This is a business. I mean, you could
It's all it is.
you could be in a local band and just punk out and have fun.
Yep.
That's great. But if you want it to be a business, then it's like Ford putting out a brand new model of car and putting ball tires on it. No.
That's extra.
Exactly.
Tread is extra.
Tread is extra. You want the model of that car going out to be perfect. You want everybody to look at it and go, wow, that's an awesome guitar or car. So I want the same with the songs, whatever we put out. If I want
Just that glossy, perfect, and it's all the things are in the right place.
And there's one song on this album. It's a song called Sick and Tired. It's just me and an acoustic. And I wanted that because it's Sick and Tired is the name of the song, and the lyrics are that. I was like, where's your worst acoustic guitar? And he's like, that one. I'm like, okay, I want a little out of tune. I want it because it's sick and tired. I'm tired.
Right.
So I want it's just me playing a
Kinda
guitar
like
on
an
the
old,
mic.
like a very old country vibe, like an outlaw country vibe.
Yeah, kind of like
Like there was a Coke can in the side of the room.
yeah, a little bit. And it's
Yeah.
just I want to just like I'm tired. Fuck, I'm tired. So as I'm playing this, I want it to sound tired, and we didn't even put compressors on it, or it's just me and a mic and the guitar, and it's
There you go.
a little out of tune, and it's just 2 minutes. That's
Love
it, and nothing else on it. It's like, okay, that's perfect. But then the next song we got like 12 channels,
Yeah, it's
16
hyper-polished.
channels,
You got
much
200
compressors,
fucking guitar
stuff.
tracks. Yeah,
exactly. So it's just what's the intent of the song? It's that art. What do you want to put on it? What do you want to?
When I hear about big bands and they're like, yeah, it's like 200 tracks on this track, and you're like, what in the fuck did you come up with to have 200 of something?
Yeah.
We added all the extra things we could ever think of in the record that we're currently releasing. We've put out a couple singles already. And I think the most we did was like 20.
Yeah.
Maybe 24. And that was with solos and all the extra shit. And that song has it's a 5-minute long song. And there's just all this extra shit involved.
I think we got 16 on the most.
Like,
Yeah.
and then you hear 200. What the fuck? What is even
I'll
that?
see some of those on
Everything's
YouTube.
doubled up.
They're scrolling through, and you just see line. I'm like, what the fuck?
Or when they shrink it down and the whole screen's just
Yeah.
a color grid. How do you even
hell?
keep up with that shit?
Yeah. I mean, I know Billie Eilish. I was watching one of her interviews on like David Letterman or something like that, where the vocals are 1 second section. She's like, I like the word on this one, so there's that. And
Oh,
I
that's
like this
all the
and
big
this.
stuff. Yeah, that's
like,
at
what
the
the
other
fuck?
end.
I couldn't imagine like the vocals is 48 takes
Yes,
pieced together.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
they're
I'll cut apart.
they're doing the best take from every single take,
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
and probably not even going through the whole song either. They're probably starting and stopping in sections. You know, they're just
Yeah. Tedford will kill me.
It's like leapfrog, but for audio.
I could just hear him now going,
But that's why
dude,
that's-
fuck, no,
But
just
that's
cut
why that
it."
stuff sounds so good.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, but
And in 4 years, AI, you'll shoot it on your fucking phone and it'll sound just as good.
true.
Nothing will matter.
Yeah.
It's all going to hell, kids. Give up on your dreams. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Kurt's over here. He's been crying for 37 minutes.
We'll still use you to shoot our shows, though. Don't worry.
No, all the security cameras in the room.
Yeah, true. We'll use satellite imagery.
Drone. They'll just be fucking drones. Listen, there'll be state drones everywhere. We'll just use that.
God, yeah. Wouldn't doubt it.
We're getting there, buddy. The fucking no, Kurt will still have a job for, the lower levels for sure.
Yeah, which is why we will still use it.
I think the upper levels, it's like the wireless technology has gotten so good. It used to be this whole rack of shit.
Yeah. And
on the professional end, it is still with the antennas and stuff, but on the on the local end, it's a dongle now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything just progresses. And eventually you're just going to snap a little doodad into the end of your guitar and it's just going to be, or it'll be built in. That's got to be coming, right?
I mean, they already have self-tuning guitars and shit.
Just like out of the box, you just open it up. It signals to the amp. The amp knows that's a guitar. No latency.
They already had that. I think I've seen that.
Really?
Because they already had the self-tuning guitars where you just say how I want
the
open
Gibson
D.
has it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's somebody sent me a clip on Facebook a couple years ago or something like that.
Just sync to an amp.
It was electric guitar, but it was electronic guitar that you just basically plug, like hit a button and it tunes it or whatever, and it's already tied into an amp and everything, Bluetooth to an amp and everything. Which is, I'm like, oh, no.
That's what. But I mean, fucking, you pull the, you get your Kiesel or whatever the kids are into.
Yeah.
And you just pull it out of the fucking box and go, doot, and it's like, this is fucking awesome. All I gotta do is play. It's already, it can link to your laptop, it can link to your amp, it can link to this and that. And you're just balling out on a crazy level.
Yeah, but then somebody Bluetooth or fucking song to it or something like that. Or
well, I mean, you can already do that if you're smart.
Yeah.
All it does is take the smarts away. If you're smart, you can tie into those wireless signals. I mean, it's just a signal.
Oh, yeah.
If you find it and can latch onto that thing, if you really wanted to be a troll, go to one of these fucking big-ass festivals and tie into one of these, because they got that thing's broadcasting across that whole fucking place.
Somebody will say.
Those big antennas they have, if you can just link into that and just start playing like video games or something.
Or just tie into the band's in-ears. Tie their antenna.
Start fucking with the metronome.
Kick it up to like 200 beats per minute. That would be fucking awesome. Or just the drummers. And then the drummers start going crazy, and then everybody else is like, what the fuck?
It's like that guy that cut the power to that festival. You see that video?
Oh, no.
He's like across the fucking lake where the power's coming in.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
and
I just see that. Not let us in. Yeah. That's awesome. That would be fun.
Yeah, it was probably a little dangerous on that. But I think tying into the audio is a little bit funnier. Cutting the power to a festival full of 60,000 people, probably dangerous, but funny.
It's funny.
Makes a good video.
Yeah, hilarious. I mean, shit, you could already, there's people on planes airdropping pictures and terrorist threats.
I keep all that off my phone. The open contact thing.
It's turned off.
I don't want you airdropping me nothing. I use it in this room when Kurt gives me the data, and then I take it home and I use it on my laptop, and that's the only time I use it, really.
Yeah, I'll use it at home, so I could like airdrop.
AirDrop's the best feature in the world. We shot our music video on my phone. I literally went home, airdropped it to my, don't have to plug shit in, just went here, sent it to the laptop.
Yeah.
Laptop to the program, did a little 2 adjustments, added the song, and airdropped it right back to my phone, the finished product. It was less than 30 minutes of work.
Yeah, I'll do that where I'm working on demos down in the studio, and then I'll be upstairs because our studio's in my basement. I'll be like, oh, fuck, I got an idea. And I'll just go on my phone and pull it up and then Bluetooth it to my surround sound in my living room and be listening to it and stuff and be like, okay. And then I'll get an email.
See, so it is
script.
Cool. Like, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah. And then I'll get a script and I'll be like, oh, shit. Well, I'll print it to my printer up there through AirDrop, which is in my office. And I'll print that as I'm listening to my song from I love that.
That's nuts.
But once I leave the house, off.
Those little home pods, too, now you can put them in every room and they sync. So as you're going through, it has an intercom feature too.
Oh shit!
So if someone's in the kitchen being like, "Hey, dinner's ready."
Oh yeah.
Or you can play music through the whole house. Yeah. Or like you're saying, you can be working on something and just leave the damn room, and it's in this room, it's in that room. It's like that shit's cool as fuck.
Because I'll do that with
Amazon. But I feel like we're right in that sweet spot where it's really cool, and then eventually it's just gonna go. Actually, all you were fucking jobless, and this.
Yeah, sure.
We do everything now with the click of a button.
Pretty much. Like I'll do that
I'm
with
terrified
Amazon.
of that because I don't want all my friends to lose their fucking jobs and shit. The fucking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, graphics industry already getting hit big time hard.
I mean, yeah.
The design and shit.
Yeah.
The work with the computers and emails.
Oh yeah.
That's getting hit big time.
But industry's always getting hit with technology as it goes. But then there's going to be other jobs opening up behind it.
And other people will push back.
Yeah.
For a while. Not a long, eventually you just have no choice. But they'll be like that. We're just building, log cabins.
And then 10 years from now, you'll want the retro, like vinyl's back, cassettes are back, shit like that.
Vinyl ain't back. It is the standard.
It's the shit.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's more of a standard than it was.
And I was looking at putting our album out in vinyl. I'm like, holy fuck, that's expensive.
They've went up.
Yeah.
The minimums they used to be like 100, now it's like 200.
Yeah. And
it's thousands of dollars now.
Yeah, it's like you could get 100 vinyl albums for $1,500. I'm like, oh fuck.
But you'll make. That's a good return, though, because you can do those for, if you really want to, you can do 30. Most local guys do like 20, 25.
Yeah.
But if a show's 15, I don't see there any problem. And a shirt's 30. You telling me a fucking shirt's worth more than a vinyl? No.
Yeah, and especially if bands do like like we do a VIP kit. Like everything we have for $40 or something like that. Right. And you get a shirt and all the CDs
music,
and stickers and stuff.
Everything.
So if you do like a T-shirt and a vinyl album and this for $50, there you go.
What a deal!
Yeah,
you'll make all your money back on vinyls. That's. Yeah. I think honestly, vinyls they could charge even more if they really wanted to for production, and you could still make your money back.
Yeah, but I can't believe cassettes are coming back.
I can. Physicality, man.
I know.
You want to hold on to shit. Every
cassette
I've ever bought.
User unfriendliness of cassettes.
But I've never played them. I use them. They're just like in my office. They're just like a pop, like a fucking Funko Pop. It's just a trinket. Cool. It's no different than this fucking fake camera thing. Oh, that's a real camera. But
I was gonna say that's a Polaroid. Awesome.
Well, something, whatever. Oh, look, see here, Greg Filth, perfect example.
Oh my god.
It's a real cassette, and it's just up on the table as art. It's not. I'm never gonna play it.
Yeah, but they don't even have pencils to fix it anymore.
The number 2.
Kids don't even know what we're talking about on that one.
Huh? But
when the tape comes out, you got to do a pencil to fix it.
Like this is dope, and it's cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
Hold it. Yeah. It's got the artwork. It's tangible, and I can set it right there and go, yeah, my buddy Greg made that. It's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I do miss about. I love that vinyls come back. The album covers are back.
I love the
inserts.
Pulling out the sleeve and seeing the lyrics and the photo art and the whole like
reading the liner notes.
Because you can fucking get what they're going for.
Yeah.
Digital, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah. I don't know. And the order of the songs,
Ah.
like you're going back to...
My knees hurt.
Where you can actually map out an album, where you could start it with the song you want. And like Spotify, you could list it down there, but you could start in the middle and go whatever. Right. Where there's actually...
Like our album is thematic. You need 1 through 12. You got to listen to it in order.
Like Radiohead. OK Computer. It's
exactly.
You have to go in order. Mm-hmm. If you listen to it out of order, it's a good song, but you don't get the intent.
Right.
And there's a lot of albums like that where Spotify and stuff, you don't get that shit. And then a friend of mine was mentioning that the other night where I put her name. She's my band guru. Shout out to Amy. But put her name in our first album, where we're just thanking people.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I got my wish. I was in a band album liner notes. But you don't get that with Spotify and shit. You just get a thumbnail. And that's it.
It's just a thumbnail.
But the vinyls, you're going back to that where
I love it.
Let me do a note. Let me do a liner note.
Kurt's in some liner notes, ain't you, Kurt? Pretty fancy ones too. This boy's about to fall asleep. Your eyes are red.
He went from crying to now he
cried himself to sleep.
Yeah, he needs cuddled and
our boy's growing up.
We love you, Kurt. We've thanked Kurt a couple times in our
One of these days we'll have a Kurt cam, and people can he'll accidentally hit it and he'll be there snoring.
You need that. You need a Kurt
cam. Does it work? It's not gonna fuck the thing up, is it? Hold on. No, it's not working.
You gotta have a Kurt
He's got a webcam, and there's a way to like make it funnel. Switcher.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hey, there he is, Kurt.
Hey.
It's all blown out. Fix the aperture, bro.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. How long have we been going, Kurt?
Yes. Holy shit. 2.5 hours.
Fuck off.
It's 3:30.
This room is amazing.
That's awesome.
All right.
Didn't
Well, that's
feel like
good. 2.5 hours is good. That's a perfect spot. Plug your stuff again.
Okay. Stays in Vegas.
Yep.
Our new single, Nevermore, is out now. You can find it on our website, staysinvegasofficial.com. But yeah, it's out everywhere. Our album, The Ramen Conspiracy. I didn't get to tell you that story.
Next time. We'll do it next time.
Okay, cool.
Hey, next time you come back too, I want to do some acting with you. Actually.
Deal.
Across the table.
Fuck, that'd be awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. I'll bring some scripts.
Dude, do it. Yes, please.
Hopefully by then I'll be in some much more gooder films. So, and my acting stuff.
Dude, we'll do one of each. Bring a drama and a comedy and an action.
Deal. Okay.
And we'll play
awesome.
off the sheets.
Yeah,
this
that'd be
will be
awesome.
fun as fuck.
I'll actually bring one that I need to audition for, and you'll be my audition partner.
Fuck yes.
We'll do it on the podcast.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. And we'll have
Sick.
Kurt film it, and then I'll shoot it in for my
We're already
audition.
fucking filming it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to do it. Make sure it's
Oh,
on
yeah,
me
we can
only.
get it dead on. Yeah. We'll put up a fourth camera.
I don't want you getting the gig.
Could you imagine?
That would be like, motherfucker.
The guy that was helping me.
You just get a text message. Fuck you. What's he mad about?
Fucker. You got my role.
Stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas, official.com. So our new album, The Ramen Conspiracy, out this fall, winter-ish.
Hell yeah.
My acting stuff. The Lifetime series will be airing, I think
Yesterday.
it's August 14th.
Yeah,
so
you said
yesterday.
yesterday.
And then my 3 student films are already out hitting some festivals. Chef's Calling, Power, and then Heresy. I don't know when it'll be out. He's still working on it. But Power and Chef's Calling is out in some local
During the circuit.
festivals and stuff like that out
Sick.
now. And then, yeah. So in my solo stuff, I got a solo album I'm working on too at the same time.
What's that at? Instagram, Facebook?
No, I don't have it done yet, but it'll
Okay.
be the first single will be out in a couple months for it too.
You
It's
just do it
done.
under Chris Fulmer, just
Yeah, ChristopherFulmer.com.
.com. Oh,
Yep.
shit.
I have my own website for it. But it's on my solo stuff's on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, all that good stuff.
All right.
Yeah. I'm out there.
Fuck yeah. And we're at all the stuff, Crashcast Pod, Twitter, Crashcast Pod 1. Go see shows. There's a show I feel like
Yes.
we haven't announced it yet. Still waiting on that, so never mind.
Was that yesterday?
The cover show.
It'll be
End of the month. All right,
Okay.
we're promoting a show next week. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, dude. Woo. Hell yeah.